Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Toby. Welcome to the podcast. If you're a new listener, welcome. I'm going to give a big shout out to my day ones for the past 6 years, my subscribers, my listeners. I appreciate people who talk about this podcast, who share this podcast, who support this podcast, who write reviews for this podcast. Really, really appreciate all your support. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been giving it away for free. So many people ask me why I don't film it, why I don't monetize on YouTube, why don't I charge people for it on Patreon? And their answer is because I don't want to. I love these conversations in my kitchen. I love the honesty. I love that people want to come back for 2 or 3 episodes, the reoccurring guests that I have all the time. I love it. No lights, no cameras. I myself do not like going on podcasts that are being filmed and have lights. I've done it a couple times. I'll probably never do it again. I don't feel like myself in those situations. So I want all my guests to be as comfortable as possible. I do have sponsors. The sponsors keep my shit going. They keep it alive. But I will never interrupt a conversation with an ad in the middle of it. People do that all the time, and I will never interrupt the flow of a conversation. So don't worry about that. But I do have amazing sponsors who I align myself with, the products that I use on a daily basis. I've turned down so much money for sponsors that want to be part of this podcast with companies I've never tried or didn't align with. I'm very picky about who I have on my sponsors and have on this podcast. That being said, check out the sponsors. Joe, cue up the music.
Welcome to the One Life, One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. And today I'll be using my Kiwi accent instead of my Lower East Side accent. If you haven't guessed, this is not Toby Morse. I'm Dan Smith, and I have kind of hijacked the airwaves over here in his kitchen for a very special announcement. I've been friends with Toby for 25 years or so, and he's always shown me love and support with everything I've done, from my music, from taking bands on tour, having me create artwork for H2O, and countless other things over the years. I've filled in for them a couple times on bass and guitar and made memories I could never forget. In exchange, I've tattooed him a million times and might have seen more of his body than Moon has at this point. And today he surprised me and asked me to do my very own read and announce something that I've been working on that will now be a new sponsor of this very podcast. I grew up playing and loving soccer or football, and if music and tattoos didn't get in the way, I'm literally positive I would have been a pro. A couple years ago, me and my friend Kevin decided to start Field Soccer Supply. Field is a soccer-based clothing brand, but mostly Field's an idea that was created from me being involved in bands and tattooing, etc. for over 25 years and experiencing the crucial, amazing, connecting element of what makes the world go around: community. We kind of exist to elevate the passion for the beautiful game and just connect music, culture, historic moments along the way. So if you've got kids in soccer or you play in an adult league with your mates, you know how it goes. Every season, new uniforms, new fees, new hassles, new everything. Soccer is the biggest sport in the world, but is literally the #1 sport in America that kids actually stop playing. And the main reason is simply just the cost of everything. All those old polyester jerseys end up in a landfill something too, and the love of the game kind of follows soon after. We're going to do something different. We take old uniforms headed for the dump and recycle them. We then use the recycled polyester to create uniforms that any team can love. They're fully customizable, team kits, fan wear, and also there's a lifestyle and essentials side to it that celebrate amazing moments in soccer and music history combined. You know, playing is the most important thing. We host monthly play-for-free pickup games here in Southern California, and we're just getting started. The goal is to eventually do this everywhere and help make playing doable for anyone. Check out The Field Dream on socials and thefielddream.com for more info and join our team. Okay, I'm going to hand you back to the real host of the pod and get back to the regular programming. Thanks for listening.
I have a lot of friends who are sober, a lot of friends who are straight edge, a lot of my friends who are going through it. I know struggling with substance abuse and alcoholism can be really, really hard, especially knowing who to turn to. It can be really, really daunting. I'm here to say that a good friend of mine and his friend started this incredible treatment center called Refine Recovery. They gave me a phone number, 855-516-3332. You can text, you can call them. It's totally confidential. It's safe. There'll be somebody on the other line to help you out, a compassionate human being to talk to help you navigate the process, the insurance treatments. They accept most of private insurances. You can go refinerecovery.com, Refine Recovery Instagram. I know it's hard, but reach out to somebody, man. People care about you. People love you. People want you to be here for a long time. People love you in their lives. If you're going through it, make this phone call. It's totally private. I know people DM me all the time about going through sobriety and trying to get straight and trying to take care of themselves, and the struggle is totally real. And Refine Recovery is the definitely move. Reach out to them, 855-516-3332, or text them, 855-516-3332. You can call or text this number anytime, 855-516-3332. You know the drill. This number is here for you to call. Since 1987, Rockabilia has been around doing officially licensed merch. No bootlegs from all the artists that I freaking love, from pop to hip hop to rock to hardcore to punk. Over 500,000 items on this website, independently owned, operated in the USA. Custom limited collabs drop every month exclusively on this website from visual artists and tattoo artists. They have so many bands that I love and artists that I love, from Gaga to Blink, Katy Perry, Bad Brains, Beastie Boys, De La, Tribe Called Quest, 50 Cent, Billy, Deftones, Dead Kennedys, DMX, Dr. Dre, Eric B. and Rakim, Goo Goo Dolls, Hall & Oates, Wu-Tang, U2, Snoop, TSO, and Paramore. Those is to name a few of all my favorite bands that are on this website. I've owned t-shirts from all those artists throughout my life. Now I know to go here only. All officially licensed merchandise. Check out Rockabilia Instagram. Also go to rockabilia.com and use my code OLLC10 and get 10% off. That's rockabilia.com. Use my code OLLC10 and get 10% off your purchases. Thank you to Rockabilia for being our new sponsor. Welcome to OLLC fam.
I got my control.
Stella's chilling, dude. Normally she's on the ground.
We're recording now, but I was going to say that I gave up my Oasis ticket tomorrow for my friend's birthday, and then I offered it to Derek, and Derek said, fuck that, I ain't going by myself, and now we're both going to the birthday party.
That's what's up.
Surprise my friend for his birthday.
Good friendship.
You missed a show of a lifetime.
I mean,
Everybody
how many
will be
Oasis?
like, oh my God, you missed it.
I know. How many? I got some FOMO maybe, but how many Oasis songs do you think you really know?
Probably about 10.
Yeah.
No
No
way.
way.
Got into Oasis or any of the like Brit pop
I'm
shit.
sure
Damn.
you
I guess
know
are they
more.
Brit pop? They're Brit pop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Wonderwall.
I know
I know you
Wonderwall
know other
and
ones,
Champagne Supernova. We know that too.
You know.
You're going to
How's
know
it
when
go?
you hear Champagne Supernova is gone. Someday you will find me caught between the landslide
Yeah, that
and the
sounds familiar.
Champagne
Yeah.
Supernova. Champagne Supernova. And then, but then there's a bunch of other ones we know for sure. I know a bunch, but
no doubt.
we're going to go see Goo Goo Dolls on Sunday. I fuck with Goo Goo Dolls
Okay.
hard.
Damn.
Hard, dude. They used to be a punk band.
Buffalo represent. Boo, boo, boo.
Where are they playing at?
At the Greek Theater.
Oh, sick. I
Oh,
love
the
the Greek.
Greek.
Yeah,
That's
get-
like one of my favorite venues.
Yeah,
in
get into the
world.
Greek, bro.
Greeks, I don't know, man. The sound system is wickedy, wickedy,
Really?
whack, whack, whack.
Never noticed that.
Yeah, they have to keep it low level
yeah,
because of the
true.
because of the neighbors.
Oh, yeah, that is true. That's fucked up.
I
Don't
seen
see
some
heavy
great shows
shows.
there, though, man.
I believe
Great
it.
shows.
The space is beautiful. The layout, everything is cool.
Yeah. I love any amphitheater, but
The
that one's
Ford-
really special to me.
You been to the Ford over
The
there?
Ford is cool.
Dude, I saw Rakim there a couple weeks ago. Remember?
Ford
Did you
is
go to
awesome.
the Ford? You went in town, right?
No.
And it's like the sky, and there's all like palm trees. It's beautiful.
Ford is awesome.
It's
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
that the Ford, like I've been in LA for 25 years. I never even I think I saw signs for the Ford, but I never knew what it was until maybe 5 years
It was
ago.
my first time going too. I've been in 20.
It was
yeah.
my first time going this year.
Like, what have they
And
been
it's
doing there?
amazing.
They
I
do a
don't
bunch of
know.
shit, but we just
They
don't
do
go
it.
to it. I
Yeah.
just don't know anything about it.
But
I
it's
know
a great
Farside
space.
just played there.
Yeah,
Like, they did a
and
show.
the
I was
Rakim
bummed I was
sh-
out of town.
The Rakim show was sick too. Like it's just, it's just a great crowd and energy. It's nice outside, you know.
Yeah, it's nice outside.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, let's run this podcast. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's
Welcome
go.
to the One Life One Chance podcast. I'm your host Toby Morse. Once again, my brother from another mother, Mr. Derek Green, is here with me today. Thank you, Derek.
What's up?
I appreciate you, man. Thank
yeah,
you, man.
It's good to be here, man. You know,
Having some
you
coffee
know how
with
we
you.
do it. Having some
breakfast.
coffee. Didn't you wear that shirt the other day, man?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And I also worked out this morning, 8 in the morning. I
You're
got
a
my workout. You work out
scrub.
in today? You work out today?
No, man. I'm gonna do that a little bit later.
All right,
you know,
cool.
You know how we
We can do in
this.
between pods. We do some workout. I'm down. I'm
in
down.
between pods. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Sam Spiegel. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
For the
man.
listeners, this is actually Derek's landlord. We got Derek's landlord on the podcast.
That's right.
How is,
No, his young lady runs the show.
That's
though.
true. Actually, I
She's-
just worked there.
Yeah.
my first question to you is how is Derek as a person listening? Is he pretty quiet?
Yeah, he's chill, man. I feel bad because my son, like, we have a drum set now, and my son is like, the living room is right above Derrick's, and like my son is just like thumping around at the early ass morning. I actually told him like no drums until 9 a.m.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Derrick's the best, man. He's
man.
he's
pretty low key.
He's the easiest, coolest energy, easiest person to be around. He's the
Appreciate
best.
that, man.
And how did you guys meet? I'm curious about that.
Wow, we talked about this before.
I think we met through Zay, right?
Yeah, in Brazil.
Yeah. So
Brazil.
Zagon, DJ Zagon, that's my partner.
Yeah, it's your partner.
NASA.
Yeah.
And how do you? I
He's
know
the
how
South
I met you.
American.
Okay, here we go.
So you were living with Igor
Yeah.
Cavalera,
Yeah.
and we went to. You guys had a really cool house maybe in Villa Madalena. I can't remember.
It was
where.
in Pinheiros.
Okay.
Sometime in the 90s, something or
No.
Like 2006 or something, right?
Early
Okay,
2000s.
okay.
I believe it was early 2000s. Yes.
Yes.
and that's how you guys just
indeed.
met.
We
Yeah,
met.
we met, and I had known about him and Zay with NASA, what they were working on, and I thought it was amazing. I think maybe Igor turned me on to it. It was like, yo, check this out. And I was like, man, I would love to meet these guys because they do such phenomenal, crazy, off-the-wall type music. And
Sure.
And I was like, man, it would be great and a lot of different guests. And so I was like, oh, it would be great to have like a guest appearance singing, not screaming,
Mhm.
like getting out of that whole thing. And then it just kind of clicked from there.
Yeah.
Turned into Max Hedrum and shit. I think after
Yeah.
that.
We hung out a lot,
Yeah.
like because I was touring there all the time, and we
Right.
just like hung out and partied a lot and had a lot of fun together
Who were you touring with there?
with NASA.
Okay,
'Cause NASA
wow.
did well there.
Crazy,
You had a
dude.
crazy
That's like
crew.
2003, right?
So who was
no, later. We were
Right.
really touring. I mean, we started playing shows there in like probably 2006, but then
Okay.
we were doing heavy touring there for like a month a year by like 2009 or something,
Wow.
2008.
So it popped up over there first.
Yeah, it popped off over there first. Yeah.
Damn.
It was crazy, like dancers. And,
Had you played American shows before going there?
We played some, like me and Zagon just would, like I used to throw a lot of DJ nights around LA, so we played together a lot in LA. I think as NASA, we didn't really start playing shows till maybe 2008, 2009 in the US. And then really like then heavy touring starting 2009, festivals and stuff. Maybe 2008 or 2009, around then in the US, and we played a lot of festivals and did a lot more hard ticket venues. But we DJ'd for many years. Just
That's where you guys
around
met through the
LA.
DJ circuit?
We met through some friends. I actually went to a party at this house. It was like this band Scenario Rock. They're like a French band.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the guys from like Ed Banger, like Ed Banger crew. And Zay was there. He was friends with this guy David. What's David's name? David Maracano or something like that.
He's Brazilian, yeah.
And he was producing the record, and I went there, and me and Zay hit it off. I just watched City of God, and I was like discovering Brazilian funk and soul music. I knew Tropicalia. I had already like been down that path, but I didn't know about Brazilian funk and soul from like a little bit later era. And I met him, and we started talking about music, and like we just hit it off. Literally, like the next day, he came to my studio, brought like a bag of Brazilian records, and we started sampling shit into MPC and making beats. And
City God's insane movie, dude.
one of the greatest movies ever,
bro.
Yeah.
Was there like a part 2 to that or something after that, or no?
They tried to make a TV series.
Yeah.
Maybe, something.
Children of Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
Actually, it was really good.
Right, yeah.
Damn. So before we get into NASA, though, what is like? Obviously, you're born in New York, right?
I grew up in New York. I grew up in the city, and then I was in the suburbs later on, like starting in junior high. And
What suburbs? Like Queens or something? Or no?
No, I was in Westchester County.
Oh yeah, upstate.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. It's nice up there. It's nice.
Yeah, Mount Kisco. You know where Mount Kisco is?
I don't, but I love it up there, man.
Yeah.
I have like a dream of moving to upstate New York. It looks so beautiful in the fall and the winter and shit. I don't know.
Man, it was tough for me because I was just starting to like go to shows and like discover the New York culture,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How old were you then when you moved up there?
I was 11.
Okay.
But like my brother was taking me to like shows at like wetlands and shit, and
Hell
like,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
and I was just starting to like really like get really into music and DJing and shit, and like and then moving there, and like the kids that were they just didn't share my kind of interests in the same way.
Why'd you move there? How'd you end up going there?
I think like my parents were just like
over the city.
Yeah, like I mean, like our car got broken into maybe like literally like 10 or 15 times.
Damn.
Like all the windows.
What part of Manhattan were you in? Lower East Side?
We were on the Upper West Side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Damn.
just like like it was. You guys were in New York. Like
Totally.
getting mugged was just part of like life there. Like
Yeah.
it was. The 80s was worse, but like
Sure.
even in the early 90s and shit, it was. I mean, I didn't know the difference, but I think my parents were just like, let's go somewhere safer. But the crazy thing is, I don't know what it is, and I've talked to a bunch of kids around my age that are from that part of the country, but Westchester was like fucked up.
It was wild too. Yeah, it was
like,
worse.
The kids, I don't know, like the kids I knew in New York, like it's not the same in the city. The kids from Westchester I know, like I'd say about 40% of the kids I grew up with between junior high and high school are like dead or in jail.
Damn.
From drugs and like mental illness shit.
Wow. How far is it from the city?
45 minutes?
Yeah, it's not bad, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like a mystery I've been trying to discover. It's like, what is it about this pocket of people that grew up here? Because it wasn't like I think there was just, I don't know exactly what it is. I'm still trying to figure it out what caused these kids to be so fucked up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was
a big change going from the city to living up there, obviously.
Yeah, it was tough. It
Right.
was tough. It was tough, yeah. I mean, I love New York City. I don't have super fond feelings about Westchester. It's beautiful. I went back there like a couple years ago and I was like, oh, I don't think I realized how beautiful it is here.
Yeah.
But
did your brother go? Is he older? Did your brother stay in the city, or you went with you?
My brother's 10 years older.
Oh, so did he stay in the Manhattan? You guys dipped out.
He had already moved to. Had he already moved?
So
he had already moved to LA by the time.
Oh, so now you know with your brother. Now you're just up there in West. Yeah, that's it's rough. Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, I had fun and stuff, but I was not a fucked up kid, but like I was looking for trouble. Like,
really.
Yeah,
is he only sibling? Have you other siblings?
I have an older sister too.
Okay.
So my sister's the oldest, and then my brother, and then me. But
so
they're much older.
Yeah, so it's just you going up there with your family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
And there was just like a lot of getting into a lot of dumb shit, which I actually really remember fondly. But I stole a car. Me and my friends were wilding out. I was 15.
Damn, it's crazy you leave New York City and you go upstate and it's more wild there in the woods.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, there wasn't shit to. I think also it's like there wasn't shit to do in LA.
Mm-hmm.
In New York, it's like you could meet up and skate with your friends and go to a show or whatever.
Totally
true. Yeah.
And then in Westchester, it's like people's parents weren't around or paying attention, and everybody was like bored and shit. And
what was the music vibes there? Because you're leaving like the mecca of all great music, and then you go in there.
That's
and you just get
sick
into it.
time period.
I know.
mean, it's just I always listen to all New York shit. You could still get the what was it, the Columbia like Stretch and Bobbito show. You could still get that. Video music box on the UHF channel or whatever it was. I could still watch that. I'd watch that every day. Like after school, I'd come home and put it on. I think it came on at 4:30 or something.
Yeah.
And I had my parents were really strict. I wasn't allowed to watch TV, but I had this
really
TV that I rigged up with like an antenna, and I would like sneak in and like try and watch video music box.
Wow.
Or what's that? What it was called? Video music box.
Yeah.
And
the box,
the box.
The box.
That's what it was. And,
damn, so your parents were super strict?
My parents were really strict.
Were you guys religious?
No, not religious. I think, I don't know. Like my dad just has some. I think it was ended up being about his own fears about himself, and he I don't know, he had a lot of anger and shit when he's changed a lot. And then my mom had her own kind of mental health stuff going on.
So they're strict about school too and all that?
Strict about school and
grades, everything?
Yeah, really strict. So,
damn.
but I was like, I would tape Stretch and Bobbito. I would tape Friday Night Flavors, Funk Flex, like back in the day. People think of Funk Flex. A lot of people know Funk Flex as like a big kind of pop, hip-hop radio DJ. Yeah. But Friday Night Flavors on Funk Flex was incredible. I mean, you guys were in the city then, right?
Yeah, we're in the city, yeah.
Like he was like I still have tapes of it actually. It's like Gravediggers are freestyling on the Fugees remix of Mona Lisa. Like it's like it was like the epicenter of the greatest music being made in the world at the time, in my opinion, like the golden era hip hop shit.
Yeah.
And like he had all the people like coming through and freestyling and playing all the new fresh shit, and
that's cool.
Yeah,
it's so crazy because I wasn't really listening to the radio back then. We were going to clubs, Sheets and Pillows, like all the hip hop clubs, right? The Limelight too, the Ritz, Palladium. My wife worked at Palladium. Mm-hmm. We had access to these live concerts, but I wasn't really living in a place where I was listening to a radio show. But you're a lot younger than us, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like we were out there just going, hanging out, seeing the concerts. But I remember all these shows for sure. They were so important to the New York hip hop, you know?
Yeah, no doubt.
I think Biggie went on Stretch and Bobby, too. A bunch of people pulled up over Stretch Bobby there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Cool Keith.
Yeah.
Damn, a lot of people. I'm trying to think about who else was on
Yeah,
there.
how much younger are you? How old are you?
I'm 45.
Oh, yeah. So I'm 10 years. I'm 10 years older. Yeah. 10 years is a big difference as far as like.
Yeah.
But that's
that's
sick,
all
though.
I had. I mean, I had like the CDs, and then I had the radio. But the radio's how I discovered like everything. And the box. It's crazy because the box had shit, which later would end up being called underground hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
But like there was just like niche music that wasn't huge, but still could have music videos, like King Just. Do you remember him?
Just? Yeah.
And like, I guess like Cocoa Brothers. There was just like a lot of shit that wasn't mainstream shit, but was probably people outside of New York weren't really listening to that much.
Yeah.
Right.
But was like this, the New York hip hop scene in the 90s. It was
incredible, dude.
So good.
There was just like so many Lost Boys, Channel Live. There was so many random artists, man. Like, we listened to hip hop. We listened before hip hop because you were 11 years old when you started getting into it. Your parents play music in the house or anything?
Not that much. They didn't. My dad was into jazz.
That's
you
cool.
know, like he was into like stride piano. Like he introduced me to like Oscar Peterson and like jazz stride piano type shit later. But that was kind of later when I kind of got interested in jazz like through hip hop. Like I was like. When I discovered, I was like, "Oh, what are these records that they're sampling?" Oh, Jazz Test,
bro, both those albums.
Yeah,
all the Tribe shit's all jazz, dude. It's like the base of all of it. But the Guru shit, Jazz Mataz, was incredible. Both those records, man.
Yeah, I actually had Guru was. So FatLip was the first signed artist I ever worked to, but outside of FatLip, who was like my family basically, Guru was the first like rapper I ever worked with outside.
Really?
Like, I had him feature on a record like back when I was using the name Squeaky Clean. I had him feature on a record. I don't even know how I got in touch with him, but it was kind of a funny story because they were playing in town. Gangstar was playing at the House of Blues, and I was so psyched, but like kind of nervous. And I went to the show. They put me on like the list. Then he was like, "All right, cool. Meet me at this hotel afterwards." After the show, and I was like, okay, and he's like, meet me at a certain time. So I go, I'm waiting in this hotel for like an hour. Like, he's supposed to be down in the lobby. I'm waiting upstairs for an hour. Then he comes down with this, I think she was a Japanese girl, and he was like, cool. He was like, all right, that's cool. Like, I just got straight from the show, got laid, took a shower, fresh dress. Now we're going to go to the after party. I was like, wait, I thought we were, by now it's like probably 11 or whatever. Right. I was like, can't we go back to the studio? I was still in the studio called Crack Alley, which was out of my house. It was like this tiny house in this like crack alley in Hollywood.
The crack alley.
D went there back in the day. That's where I kind of started all my shit out of. But yeah, so I was like, well, can we go back to the studio? Like, I know we're flying out in the morning. Can we, or busing out in the morning? Can we go? He's like, no, we just got to go to the club. So we went to this club. I think it was, I can't remember what club it was, but it was the official after party. And I just kind of hung out there and like had a couple drinks. And Guru there was like the club was kind of separated in these two areas that were separated by a divider, and there was like one central place that everybody walked through.
Yeah.
And I just sat there. Like Guru didn't talk to me at all. He didn't talk to anybody really. He talked to his homeboys a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
And just sat there and I just kind of sat and like watched him, and he just like sat right in the divider, and anytime a girl walked through, he would like holler at him and be like trying to like talk to him and like grab their hand and shit. So I just sat and watched him do that for like an hour.
Jeez.
at least an hour. Then finally I got him. I was like, can we go? Can we go? And then finally I got him back to the studio, and like, then he just like sat there. He was like, no, he's like, don't worry, man, we're going to be good. And he just sat there, and like I had the beat finished by the time he got there, and he just like smoked blunts, wrote and recorded it until like 6 a.m. He's like, all right, I got to go to the bus.
Damn,
really?
I got to go take
So he was
off.
committed. Like, and
And he was great. He killed it, you know?
Sick.
Damn.
Yeah. But it was also funny. I was like, damn, he already took a girl back to the hotel. Now he's spending the rest of the night hollering at girls at the after party.
What record was it? Do you remember what Gangsta record it was?
Damn. I bet that was like 2004 or 3 maybe. So that would have been the one after The Moment of Truth. The Moment of Truth I feel like was like maybe 98, right? Something
That's
like
a great
that.
album, dude.
That is
Hard to Earn's
so
a great one
good.
too.
Yeah.
All of them, dude. This Operation of the one.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
dude. So that was probably after that one. Yeah. So what is that moment? Is that Hard to Earn?
No, Hard to Earn was before Moment of Truth.
And they dropped the Owners. It was a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Gangstar's the best, dude.
Oh, they're amazing, man. And Primo, I mean, Primo's like, he's like a hero. I got to DJ. I DJed a couple shows with him, but I remember I met him and I was like, usually I try not to fan out on people because you never are like, it's hard to be friends with somebody or like really connect with them when you're like, I'm such a fan.
I know.
But with him, I was just like, thank you.
Totally.
Thank you. You have inspired me so much. Like, you inspired my MPC chop. Like, I came up on the MPC. That was the first like real production tool I ever used, and I was like, that. It's all inspired by you. Like all the NASA type production shit. It was all like me and Zay would just listen to Premiere beats all day.
We got to meet him through Grayson.
Yeah.
And we got to FaceTime with him on my steps, I think.
He's mad. So chill. Man.
Yeah, super chill. Comes out and supports Grayson's projects. And
completely.
That's cool.
He's still killing it too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Damn. So were you rhyming as a young kid too? Were you ever rhyming?
I mean, I freestyled. I've rapped on a couple records like here and there, but like I'm not a rapper, you know.
What was your rap name back then? Was it Squeaky Clean or no?
Yeah, it was Squeaky Clean. I started using Squeaky Clean like early 2000s, and I was using that, but just more as like a DJ. That was my DJ name, and then my company ended up being called that too, and but yeah, I was never like really a rapper, but I would just like fuck around and like freestyle.
What about graffiti? Were you doing graffiti?
I did do a little bit of graffiti, but not a whole lot. I had a tag like I was Squix. I don't know where the fuck that came from, and also I don't know where the Squeaky Clean name came from.
Right, I was gonna.
But I was like, then later I was like, oh, it's weird that my tag used to be Squix, and then my like artist name ended up being Squeaky Clean. But
that's cool.
Yeah.
But so hip hop was the main thing you really just fell in love with.
I mean, I loved everything, like that was what was cool. I feel like we were the first generation, we were where we all listened to everything. Like,
totally.
Right, true.
And so like I loved I don't know, I loved what was called alternative rock. I listened to like classic rock even. I was like, I listened to
like the grunge stuff too. Pearl Jam.
Grunge, yeah. I was into the first Pearl Jam record, and then by the end of the first record cycle, I was like, I hate Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Like Jeremy. That song Jeremy, just like I'm like, it's a great song, but like it just got played out. And when you're a teenager, you're just like, all right, fuck that. You're like, oh, I love this band, and then you're like, oh no, they're sellouts. Fuck that band or whatever.
Yeah.
And not that they were sellouts, but that was just my.
They got
13.
played so much that song, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
What was like your first concert you went to? The first show?
The first show I went to a Grateful Dead show
nice.
At Giant Stadium. My homeboy's dad took us. And that was crazy. That was a great show. Let's see what else. I don't know, that would have probably been my first concert. I think my first, then like almost around the same age. I was like a man child, so when I was like 13, I looked like I was like 21 or whatever, like I had a beard and shit.
What the fuck?
So my brother just gave me his old ID, and I used it as a fake ID.
Oh, that's sick.
And he took me to see a punk show. I think I was 13. I went to Wetlands, R.I.P.
A lot of great shows there.
A lot of
Sebadoh. Do you remember Sebadoh?
And
Velocity Girl. They were like DC punk bands. Because my brother and sister, they grew up in DC.
Okay.
Partially.
So
in
probably
DC,
the whole
partially in New
DC,
York.
like all those bands, Fugazi, Scream, Marginal Man, Government Issue, fucking dude.
Yeah. So So my brother was like kind of putting me onto more like punk shit, but he also was he gave me Low End Theory, so he worked at magazines when he was like in his early 20s, and so back in the day magazines would just get these CDs to review, and he would I just get a box of like CDs in the mail from him.
That's cool, man.
And he was putting me onto a lot of great shit. And then obviously like Nirvana, when Nirvana and shit came out, I like loved Nirvana. And then he put me onto like the Pixies and some shit that was like a little bit older, but
it's cool, man.
I me and my friends, maybe less to a lesser extent, my friends, like I listened to fucking everything. And then I was even like starting to DJ back then, like when I was 13, and I'd make mixtapes, but the mixtapes would be like everything. It'd be like a Pixies song and like a Wu-Tang song or whatever,
That was in Westchester?
That was in Westchester, yeah.
Damn. And you stayed there till you graduated, obviously?
I stayed there till I graduated, yeah.
And then
But at the summers, my brother was like, it was really fucking cool. He was like, hey, come out here for the summers.
To L.A.
Yeah, and just
nice.
Cruise around with me. And like, he would get me internships at like certain places.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Because he was already starting to direct shit by then.
Yeah.
So like one of my first internships was at an editing house. I worked at skateboarding. I worked at Girl in Chocolate one summer.
Cool.
Nice.
I worked at different places, and then I would just cruise around with him and like hang out. And he had like one summer he had this like really shitty car, it was like a $700 car he got off of the Recycler. Do y'all remember the Recycler?
Yeah.
And then he was just like, I didn't have a license yet, but he was just like, he'd be like, all right, I got to go out of town. I'm shooting a music video. Here's the keys to my car and like the keys to my house. And I'd be like 15 driving around LA in this shitty ass car.
That's amazing, dude.
With like there was no radio. It was just like a little Radio Shack boombox with a tape cassette.
What were you thinking about doing during that time, like for your future? Were you thinking about music, producing?
Man, it's weird. Like I didn't think about it, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I played a lot of music. Like since I was a little kid, I was really into music. I played instruments, I sang. But I never, because of my orbit, I guess, there was no examples of like, oh, so-and-so's dad is a musician or a music producer. Like it never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Never occurred to me like, oh, I could do this shit for a living that I already love doing. And then it wasn't until I came out here, and then I think the last summer of high school, or it might have been right after I graduated high school, I was here, and I met Jay Swift, who produced the first Farside album, which is one of my favorite albums of all time, Bizarre Ride 2. And he kind of showed me how to use an MPC, and then I was like, oh, wait, this is like and I had already been making beats. But I still never thought like, oh, this is something I could do. Like me and my friends just made beats for fun.
Right.
And then when I met Jay Swift, I was like, oh, like I kind of know how to do this instinctively. And he just showed me how to use this piece of gear that everybody's using. I was like, I could actually do this. This could be my job. And that would be the best job ever. And I'm already DJing. And I never thought about DJing either. I was like, oh, I just do that for fun and like to make a little extra cash here and there.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, wow, I could move out here like and DJ and become a music producer, and that could be my life. I never considered it. It was weird. Like there just was no examples of people that were just like.
And you weren't thinking about going to college or nothing?
I thought about college. I applied to a couple colleges. And I applied to 2 colleges. I got into one. I didn't get into the other. And then I was just like, you know what? Like, I don't really want to. I'm going to go to college and just. I took some time off right after high school, and that's when I met Jay Swift.
Okay.
And I was like, I could go to college and just be aimless, and like I had friends that were in college, just like kind of aimless and partying or whatever. And I was like, or I could just move to LA, where I already have established. I've been coming out here for 4 or 5 years by that time. And I was like, I know people out here. I have friends. I could probably get some work from some of these places that I've interned at. And there's actually a path to me having a career here as I could be a music producer because I fucking love music and I love making music.
Awesome,
I love DJing. And so then I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to like do college. Yeah. And I never have regretted it.
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to like educate myself. Like I was like, all right, I'm going to read all the classics. Like I was like, around that time, I was like, all right, all my friends in college are reading like Dostoevsky or whatever. Like I'm going to like try and read the books that like kids my age that are being educated are reading. But yeah, I never regretted it. Like I kind of felt like I got like a jump start on my life in a way.
So you moved out here right after high school, basically?
Yeah, I moved out here when I was 18.
Damn.
What year was that around?
98.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And did you have like a job set up waiting for you, nothing, or just?
When I first moved out here, my brother was making Being John Malkovich.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been
Great
interning like as a PA, like basically
Mhm.
like production assistant, but unpaid for like every year that I was out here. Anytime he shot anything, I was just an intern. And then I was like, all right, like I know how to do this. And wait, no, I was still an intern on that actually. No, I was still interning. So I interned on that. Or no, I might have been a PA. I can't remember. But I worked on that for a little while. And then I got a retail job. I worked at Union. You know that store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on La Brea next to
Oh my
Stussy.
God.
Eddie Cruz, who used to own it, he just retired recently, but he's a great person. He also opened up Stussy out here.
Yep.
And
Because Union started in New York. It's a
Yeah,
New
I
York
remember
store,
in New York. Yeah.
He's from New York. He's like
Okay.
he's like a Bronx Puerto Rican dude
Sick.
who started like he's got a great story. He's a great person. But yeah, he hired me. He was just like I only hire people I think are like creative, interesting people, and I don't know, it was cool. So I worked there for maybe 6 months until I could start paying my bills. I was doing some PA work, and then eventually and then I started DJing. Like I started DJing clubs around LA and Hollywood mostly, and then it took me about 6 months or a year before I was like. And I was DJing in these clubs like where I couldn't actually get into the club because I wasn't 21.
Wow.
But it took me about a year, and then I was like, all right, now I'm kind of paying my bills with DJing. And
How did they even? Why? I mean, why would they? They were just like, okay, you can DJ here. Like, how did you? Meet
I met
these
this woman who threw like kind of the hottest party in Hollywood
There
at
you
the
go.
time.
Okay.
And she was like, you DJ, like, why don't you come play my thing? And then I started playing there. And then I just started getting hired to do shit. Like, that was a Monday night party that was wild. And it was
Monday
so
night,
fun.
wow.
Yeah. And it was at this place called Les Deux, which I don't think is around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I started DJing there. And then, I just started getting hired to DJ other stuff. I started throwing my own nights. You know, there was like a really fun, Hollywood was really dope then. It was like, you know, it's much more like weekendy now, and like people coming from, but like at the time there was like a lot of culture shit happening in Hollywood. There was this place called Star Shoes that I had a DJ night. Cut Chemist had a DJ night. There was just like a lot of fun clubs around.
Was Star Shoes over there, like on Hollywood Boulevard?
Yeah, on Hollywood, right by
Yeah.
Cahuenga.
Yeah. I think my wife used to go there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's by a beauty bar. There's a beauty bar over there.
Oh
too,
yeah,
back in the-
I
Nice.
played at Beauty Bar too.
Really?
There was a fun
Wow,
night.
no way.
So Jason Dill, you know Jason
Yeah, I know
Dill.
the name. Yeah.
He fucking awesome. He started fucking
Yeah,
awesome, the
yeah.
skateboarding brand. Him and my boy Mike Piccatelli, and this other kid Harmar Superstar, they had like a party called Fucking Awesome that the brand came out of
Damn.
that I would DJ. And it was fun. Also, like my residency at Star Shoes, which is a little bit after Les Deux. It was like I'd be working with FatLip, and then we finish the song, and we go like play it at the club or whatever, you know. Like,
Oh,
we'd
that's
go,
sick.
like, let's go play this.
That's
Damn.
sick.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun. So
Just like making a name for yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't like not consciously, you know. I
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
like, hey, let's go make music. Let's go play it out. Like,
Yeah,
right. And then I was able to quit working retail and just do that shit. And then
How'd you connect with FatLip?
I connected with FatLip through Spike because
Okay.
So Spike was shooting a music video for FatLip called "What's Up, FatLip." Have you guys ever seen that one?
Maybe, yeah.
I think so.
Maybe.
He's like around Hollywood. The song's kind of about like being like burnt like a over the hill rapper kind of, you know. He's like, I'm depressed, my voice sucks, everybody's hating on me and saying I'm gay and I smoke crack. Like that's kind of what the song is
Wow.
about. And he was like and so they did this music video where he's just like on the street in a clown costume dancing with people, and they actually came to my first place. I lived in this tiny apartment that was upstairs above this old lady who was an agoraphobic. We was in Silver Lake before Silver Lake was like really gentrified.
Yeah.
And it was a real fucked up apartment. My roommate was a crackhead. Ended up being a crackhead, not when we moved in together.
Right.
But anyway, it was crazy times. But yeah, like so I'm at home and there's like a knock. It was weird. So we were just the top floor of this house. There was a separate entrance off the street. Like you have to go around the house and up these stairs. So no one ever came and knocked on our door, but like, there's like a knock on the door and I come out and there's this dude who's hanging out there and he's got like a little bit of weird like white makeup on and he's like, "Hi, I'm from the Mormon church." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Are you religious?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Like, I was like, this guy shouldn't have come in here off the street.
Right.
Silver Lake was a little sketchy, not too bad. And the guy would not let me fucking shut the door, and he was just coming at me on some religion shit. Then finally, like, my brother comes out, because the whole video is just shot on like a little Sony Handycam. And he comes out from behind and he's like, they were just fucking with me, you know, like it was FatLip. That's how I met FatLip.
Oh shit. Yeah. That's amazing, dude.
And then I just started hanging out with FatLip.
Underrated MC for sure, man.
Yeah, amazing MC. And just smart, interesting dude.
That's what I heard.
And he was going through some shit though. Like I saw him probably through his darkest times, which kind of like schooled me to be the most like he was.
Is this after the success of those albums?
After the success of this is after Farside broke up. Like,
okay.
And well, I guess he left the group or they kicked him out. I don't know what happened exactly. But he was. I love FatLip. Like that's my brother. He was very difficult, and he basically like hazed me. Like he tortured me. But we made a lot of music together. But it was always just like crazy wild shit happening. Us getting thrown out of shit because FatLip was wilding out about some shit or whatever, drunk, like
but
we made a lot of music together and became very good friends. He ended up like we brought him on tour with us around the world with NASA. Like we brought him to like China and Korea and shit. You know, like
Brazil when he was
still in
Brazil.
contact with him, you guys.
Yeah,
still good.
That's my brother, man. Like you know, like but it taught me about complicated people and how much producing music is about like navigating complicated people. And it gave me like also some shit from like growing up in a house with some mental illness. Like I'm very, very patient and very like know how to navigate complicated shit, which is a huge part of like any artistic endeavor that's collaborative, you know?
Yeah.
Because artists are fucking complicated.
Yeah, absolutely,
man. Yeah.
But I feel like that one like really set me up for that, where I was like, okay, I just, you know, dealt with somebody going through a big life thing, and I just spent the last 2 years or whatever like working through stuff with this guy and figuring out how to navigate and try and pull as much greatness as I can out of him.
Damn.
I'm grateful to him for that, and I also just love the guy. He's sober now,
That's cool.
and he's like so fucking smart and fun to talk to. And you guys should have him on here.
Love to. Is he doing music still?
You wanted to have him on.
Yeah,
right?
be awesome.
Yeah, I'll link you guys up, man.
Running's like one of my favorite songs ever, hip hop song ever.
Yeah,
man.
it's great, man.
Fuck.
He's so good. He was a really special part of that group, and yeah, he's just always, all his shit is kind of different. It has an interesting take on it, and always smart and then he like, even, you know, later on he kind of transitioned. He did a bunch of like really cool, fun, goofy dance shit like in the early aughts and shit. Like you all remember the shit he did with Chemical Brothers, the salmon dance?
Maybe, yeah.
And then he was doing dancier shit with NASA later on, NASA shit, and now Farside tours a lot. You know, it's not all four of them. There's one guy, Booty Brown, that's not part of the group, because I think there was I think it was kind of a toxic situation with all those guys, and there's been lots of different iterations of the group or lineups of the group, but now it's Imani, Trey, and FatLip, and they tour it a lot.
That's awesome.
Do a lot of touring, and they said, what's crazy, I'm not seeing this, but like golden age hip hop is like huge with like kids.
It is.
It is.
It's like it's coming back.
He's like, these shows, it's all like teenagers and early 20s people.
That's awesome.
It's really cool, man.
Yeah.
We could thank that for the internet too. It probably helps too, man. You know. I mean, it's happening with all types of music. We're
Right.
talking about Limp
True.
Bizkit, Deftones, all
Yeah.
these bands are like
Yeah.
bigger than ever, man. Now
Yeah.
it's really cool. How soon after like DJing and living in LA did you start working on the NASA project?
Much
Is it-
later, right?
Yeah, much later. So
What were some
yeah.
of the projects before that, like producing?
I produced. I started working with this guy Ben Lee. He's an Australian musician.
I know Ben Lee. I know
Yeah.
the name. Yeah.
So I started working with him. I actually did this like crazy record with all of our friends. It's kind of a collaborative album where we wrote music for and had all these other people sing the songs, and which I think we're gonna put out next year. Actually, we kind of held it.
Really?
Ben just kind of like put it out there on Bandcamp for a little bit, and then I met. What else was I doing? I was working with some like underground hip. There was a band called the Unicorns I worked with. Then there was like underground LA shit I was working with. I was working with this guy Tumex of Mexican descent, which is like a LA rap group. I was working with this guy Gino Subtitle a little bit, and I'm sure a bunch of other shit that I'm not even thinking of. I started scoring skate movies.
Okay.
So Spike was doing, because he did a lot of skate movies. For
That's how you guys got the
and
girl one,
Chocolate.
right? Max
Yeah.
Hedrum. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so then I scored this one called Yeah Right, which was like a huge seminal skate film.
Yep.
And,
yeah.
And I put a song that I did with FatLip in there as well. Like, so I did all this original music, then I also did me and FatLip song, and then so I was doing that more and more, and starting to do music. Then like there was a lot of people in advertising coming out of the skateboarding world at that time. So then people started calling me to do music for ads, and then this like suddenly like I kind of had, and then I met Karen O.
Nice.
And
From the
then,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah.
Yes, and we did a song for a commercial that Spike directed.
That's when you talked to us.
Yeah.
And then that
For
like
Adidas.
blew up. It was for Adidas. It was called Hello Tomorrow.
Yep.
And the song like blew up. It went #1 on iTunes. Even though we just like self-released it, like she was on Interscope at the time, but we just self-released it, and it was like, oh shit, this thing just blew up. The commercial went like, I guess there was no such thing as going viral, but it was a big thing that people were fucking with. And then after that, so as far as the company as Squeaky Clean goes, it was just like there was like I had a company, like I was already kind of doing a bunch of music. I did an early Converse commercial with like Most Def too.
Oh, that's sick.
And a bunch of early shit. Oh, I did this Levi's commercial that was another big one. And then, but after Hello Tomorrow, like suddenly I was like, oh shit, there's like a
You're the
company
guy. You're the
here.
go-to guy.
Yeah.
So
And I was like, had friends that were coming over to work on shit every day. They would just show up because they'd be like, what are we doing today?
And that's when you came up with the idea of creating Squeaky Clean?
I didn't like,
or
I just
production?
was like, oh, I need to create a company because there's so
Okay.
much shit happening here that I need just people. I mean, I didn't really like, there was no business plan. I was just like, all right, we're doing
Just
this
doing it.
today.
Yeah.
And then soon after, so then me and Karen started, this is all before NASA, me and Karen started working on this side project of It's called Stop the Virgins.
Okay.
Which is crazy because I have a bunch of these records that are still like, we're still figuring out exactly how we want to do it.
Oh, wow.
Stop the
Damn.
Virgins never came out. We've done 2 live runs of it. We did one at St. Anne's Warehouse in Brooklyn, and we did another one. We did a week at Sydney Opera House.
Wow.
And it's like it's not a musical because there's no sung dialogue, but it's like kind of a dream narrative with like dance and weird sets and shit, and I think we're gonna maybe do a movie, and that's how we'll put it out. But
That's
Karen's
amazing,
been like
man.
trying to figure out exactly how she wants to release it for, I guess, like 20 years.
Oh, the Yeah still performing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
they just put out an incredible record last year, and they've been performing a lot.
That's amazing. Where are they from? They're from
They're from Karen grew up in New Jersey.
Okay.
Nick grew up in Boston.
Oh, I
East
didn't know
Coasters.
that.
Yeah.
Brian grew up in New York, but they all met in New York in the early aughts.
That's cool.
So then we did that record. That was an amazing experience. One of my favorite recording experiences ever. We just did that at a crack alley out of my studio. Hang on, I'm gonna just put
That's cool.
my phone on silent.
And then you work on the Jackass movies too, right?
Yep,
Some
and
of
I was
that
doing
stuff.
helping out with random shit for Jackass for the TV show. Actually, even before the movies, they'd be
Damn.
like, "Hey, can you do a thing that sounds like this or whatever?" And I just do music for that, and then we helped out with some of the Jackass
That's cool.
stuff too.
It's cool. Your brother would like throw you things to work on, right? And like,
Yeah,
it's really cool.
yeah. We still work.
Yeah.
We still work together. We're working on some shit right now.
That's
like
cool.
we just did this Apple commercial like a few months ago.
I know with
and
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Someday one. Yeah,
that was
sick.
crazy.
That's a big one. That's huge, man.
It was huge, man. That went
Damn.
mega viral.
Yeah.
That was fun too, man. It was
I'd be
fun.
sitting in like a hotel room in the middle of like nowhere, and I was like, oh my god,
Really?
No way, yeah. I was like, oh snap, it's coming
Yeah.
up.
And you did soundtracks for you involved in Her.
I did some music for her. Yeah,
Yeah.
they. I think Her was mostly scored by Arcade Fire, if I remember
All
correctly.
right.
But like even on shit that Spike's not like, hey, I want you to do all the music. There'll always be something where he's like, I can't figure this one scene out or whatever. Can you help
It's
with
awesome.
that?
Yeah.
So over the years, like we have like a kind of a crazy body of work of collaboration. Like
You
we've
did
done
some. You did
so
some of
much shit.
Booksmart too.
But yes, well, I didn't
Great
score
movie,
it.
man.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Olivia's great. I didn't score it, but they used a song of mine in the opening credits.
It's awesome.
Nice.
And the Bad Grandpa movies too.
Bad Grandpa, I scored that. Yeah,
Fuck.
that was
Such a great movie.
man. It's
too.
weird. I don't feel like it ever comes up. Like it's so funny.
Well, my son loves
Really?
it. We loved it.
and it's a huge movie, but I never
Yeah.
hear the name come up. Like
Right.
it's not like Jackass. Everybody's like where Jackass is just this kind of cultural
Yeah.
stalwart, but like that one's.
There's
I don't
a
know.
Bad Grandpa 2.0 too, or something. There's like a part 2 maybe or something. I don't
Oh,
know.
was there?
I don't
don't
know.
remember.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that was just a character from Jackass, an old
Yeah.
man riding around
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
It's so funny, bro.
Yeah, it was really fucking funny.
But you also have this. I went on the Squeaky Clean website too. There's like all kinds of stuff you do with helping people, like with the branding and the music supervisions, all that stuff, right?
Yeah. We as a company, Squeaky Clean now is like, we got like 4 studios. We're in New York, LA, Chicago, Sydney,
Yeah.
Austin, and Melbourne.
It's crazy.
Man.
And like I said, it's crazy that it just grew out of crack alley, and there was never a plan. But now it's like we help with we do
So
like
many things.
sound.
Yeah.
We do. We have I was just showed
Yeah,
Derek. We
I
have this
just-
new studio in Hollywood.
Dope.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's like it used to, like ABC Jackson 5 was recorded there. All this crazy
Whoa.
classic records were recorded there. But we also have a crazy cinema mix room where we like
Yeah.
mix movies and we can mix everything.
It's fucking
And then-
awesome. You do licensing, contract negotiation, everything, man. Right?
Yeah. We're known as a company that like if somebody wants like we do a lot of different shit. But one of the
Yeah.
things we do is when you're talking about contract negotiation, it's like, all right, they want like Doja Cat to be in this Pepsi commercial. Doja Cat came up as Squeaky Clean. There's a relationship there, or even if there isn't a relationship, they know we know how to like produce records, deal with artists,
Sure.
deal with complicated shit, whatever. So they'll be like, "Hey, can you work with Doja to make a song for this?" Because they know that like agencies don't always really speak like music artist language.
Totally.
So then they'll kind of come in for us, and we'll like produce the song, deal with the artist, figure all this shit out, and then and it's a lot of like high profile shit with bigger artists, people that we know or people or that we don't know, but then we also do a lot of other just like hey, we need you guys to write some music for this Apple commercial or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we do that, and we do the mix and the sound design and stuff too.
That's
And then,
cool.
Yeah.
The Apple one was pretty big. So after that happens, you start getting people reaching out. After that Pedro one.
Yeah, I mean, anytime like it was the Hello Tomorrow one, there was
Yeah.
a Kenzo one I did
The
with
Kenzo
Spike.
one was
Kenzo.
sick.
Anytime there's like these ones that
And
kind
that
of
actress, she blew up.
she's great, Margaret Qualley.
She ended
Oh,
up
yeah.
being in the movie.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
Yeah,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, tons of things.
Oh,
yeah.
she killed it.
she's
She killed
in
it.
everything.
Yeah.
now, dude.
Substance.
yeah.
I love her, dude.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh, isn't she like freaking out and dancing in that video?
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
So
She's like all like kind of possessed looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
So anytime there's a
Wow.
moment like that, like where something becomes bigger than like it's advertising, but it becomes a cultural moment.
Totally.
That's like what Squeaky Clean has always done. And then after something like that happens, then all of a sudden it's like, the next year or two, people are just like, hey, we want to do something with you. And the funny thing is they're always like,
Damn.
can you do something like you did in Kenzo
No,
or
like-
whatever?
Yeah.
And
Dude,
then they're
it's
always
like
wanting you to replicate what you already did.
Of course.
And we're like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do that.
But you can't really do that though, right? You couldn't really just copy your own shit.
You don't want to do that.
No, for
right?
somebody
You don't
else,
want
because
to.
Apple would be
Yeah.
bummed if you took a concept, right? You can't fucking do that.
Yeah.
That, and also that
Do you know what I'm
you're
saying?
not on that. You want to keep creating.
Yes.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah. That's how that's how we like to approach, and I like to approach, even if it's advertising, like we try and approach it like it's art and not like
Absolutely.
It's,
And like a music
commerce.
video, right? Like some sort. It's not just
Yeah.
like a regular commercial.
Yeah.
That's why people come to you. How many people work there at the company at Squeaky
I'm
Clean?
not exactly sure right
Okay.
now. I think like around 40 or 50.
Damn. It's amazing. That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys do so many things for people there. There's like so many options, like for brands.
I went to the one in Australia. They were so nice.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was sick.
In
Really?
Sydney?
Yeah. I was
Cool.
like, I went by the office and hung out and got a little tour and had lunch with them. And it was
That's
great.
cool.
Yeah, they're great people.
You do stuff for brands too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we work through an agency or through a brand. Working through the agencies is great, and working through the brands is kind of fun too, because then we get to, I don't know, there's like more of a direct conversation. And But working through some agency people we get to work with are super smart and super amazing too.
Yeah.
But the brand stuff's fun. Like we did this thing with Impossible Foods.
Yeah, with Wu-Tang at White
Yes.
Castle. Bro, let's talk
Sick.
about it. That shit was
Yeah.
amazing, bro.
Thank you, man.
So sick, dude.
Yeah, that was really fun because when we get to do something like that, we get to have a real conversation. It's like, what do you want to do? You know, like
Because you go back with the RZA from the NASA, all that stuff.
yes, RZA's
Yeah.
like maybe one of my greatest heroes who kind of became like my friend,
It's
which
amazing,
is the
dude.
coolest shit.
Fucking genius.
He's amazing, man. and yeah, so I met him through NASA, but then we collaborated on a bunch of shit over the years,
Yeah.
and became friends. And Impossible was like, hey, we want to do a series that's in space, that takes place in space, but it's about earthly love.
Okay.
And they're great. Like the lady who was running the kind of branding side of Impossible at the time is like a great friend and just a total
She's
hippie,
awesome.
like Sasha.
Yeah.
And she's like, we just wanted to be about the love of Earth. And then the CEO, who's a scientist guy who discovered like heme.
yeah.
And I'm sure you guys know you guys are vegans.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
But so he's like a scientist, but he was like, I don't even care if you guys are selling the brand and this shit. I just want to make something that people love. And I was like, okay, awesome. But at first, I think there was a conversation about it was about being Harold and Kumar, in space.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, okay. I was like, and I think they knew that they had known the Wu-Tang guys, if I remember correctly, and they knew that they were fans of the food,
And they're vegans.
and they're vegans.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, we got to do Wu-Tang. Like Wu-Tang is
Right.
like they're way cool,
Especially
and they're-
White Castle, which is a total New York.
Yeah,
staple.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, this gives you hella culture cred, and it'll be way cooler.
For sure.
And so in that case, I was able to like develop this TV show. I wrote it with Sasha Markova, who was at Impossible at the time, and we brought this guy Dan on, who's a writer, Dan Gross, who was a writer. He worked with Eric Andre, and we kind of wrote this thing together. And it ended up being 4 episodes. And then I got to direct it and stuff. Like I love directing, and that was really fun because we were like, we wanted to look like a real shitty 60s like sci-fi, like Star Trek, early Star Trek style. So that way we can do it cheap, but also it's like I love that shit, So like I studied all these old Star Trek episodes and old sci-fi shit.
All the Star Trek stuff. I was like, oh my god.
And I was like, how did they do these special effects? So we instead of using like a lot of computer shit, we just replicated a lot of the old techniques of the special effects.
Damn.
And
Which Wu-Tang was Raekwon there too?
so RZA is
RZA,
like
right.
HAL 9000. He's like the WFO. Oh wait, what was his?
UFO.
RZA 9000. I think I can't remember, but he was a computer in the spaceship.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then it was
his voice. Just
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And man, he was so fucking fun to work with. Like, because he was just doing VO, but he was like, just like all over the place, like an animal as a VO artist. Because he approaches everything from this super free, throw tons of ideas at it.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of the stuff that that RZA ended up saying that was just him like freestyling, improvising and
Nice.
stuff. But then the 2 crew members that were actually on camera were Ghost
That's right.
and Jizza, and they were
right.
fucking great. It was like,
Where'd you film that at?
We filmed it in Burbank, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
And but yeah, then there was a lot of just extra love shit we did. We had so much fun with it. Like there's like this end credits thing that happens that is like literally like during the edit, me and a bunch of friends, I'd pop out of the edit in the parking lot. We just filled up this bucket with paint and swirled a bunch of shit, and like my friend cut holes in it, and there was like egg beaters in it, and we were like, and then we stenciled we made like a, like vanity cards like for like TV, it'll be like so and so pictures.
Yeah.
But we just made like Wu-Tang in space pictures, and then we turned on the egg beaters and shot it backwards, but
That's cool,
and then
man.
just for this like 2-second vanity card thing that had meant nothing, but it was just me and my friends spending an entire day outside just because we were just like, this is fun, like
Fucking
this is
awesome,
cool.
dude.
Yeah, we put a lot of love into it, and it was really, really fun. And then so Squeaky helped with the strategy around it, how we got it out. We were like, this isn't something we market to food people. We want to so we want to do this on some culture shit.
Yeah.
So the first thing we ever put out is we put out this really cryptic video of like just the UFO or just the RZA and space, and he's like, and you just hear RZA's voice, and he put it out on his Instagram, and RZA's just like, I can't remember exactly what he's saying, but he says something like, I'm transcending to a new dimension, like Earth, space, the universe, it's all inclusive. I've uploaded my consciousness, and everybody's like. So we put that out there, and it was like, everybody's like, what the fuck is this? Is RZA doing some AI shit? This is like way before AI shit too.
Yeah.
Like RZA's doing like nobody knew what it was, but it went everywhere, like all the websites and the magazines and shit were talking about
Fucking
it. Like
perfect, dude.
Yeah.
And then, but nobody knew. We didn't put Impossible Foods or
Nice.
anything on it. And then we then we started dropping the episodes. So we helped them with that, and then we did some concerts around it too. Detroit has the highest per capita White Castle.
Wow.
I thought it'd be
in
New
that
York.
city.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
me too.
Yeah.
So then we were just like, all right, we're going to throw a concert around the first episodes, and we worked with a bunch of like Royce da 5'9",
Sick.
DJ Premier collaborator, and so what's her? There was a rapper. Anyway, another Detroit person. We threw a concert because Squeaky also does like events and shit like that, and that was a fun one because like basically like we got to help with every aspect of this, like
awesome.
yeah, marketing or whatever.
Did
But
Royce
it was
da
like,
5'9" perform?
yeah, he did.
That's
Yeah.
sick, man.
Yeah. And then
Another
Wu-Tang,
underrated MC too, man.
amazing. Yeah.
Incredible,
Love him.
dude.
Love him.
That's so cool to be able to do all that stuff with the stuff he grew up on too, right? And like
Yeah.
be creative with it.
Yep. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Working. I mean, NASA really was like, I got to work with my heroes. That
So-
was I was like,
I
I
So
know.
want to work
explain
with all my
what
heroes.
does NASA stand for?
I know it is North America, South America.
There you
Come
go.
on, son. I know
This
Research,
is for the people
man.
at home, son.
Oh yeah,
I already know what it is.
Oh, you did? Okay, I know.
Come on, man. Just so you got, I'm taking the point of view of like people like, who is, it's what? What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
So that's because it was me
Zay
and
Gonzalez,
Zay
his
on.
partner.
Yeah. North America. He was South America. But it was really about we wanted it to be a global album. We were like, we want this to be everywhere. We want this. And during the time, I actually got really into like, I watched just a shit ton of like NASA videos and documentary shit just to sample it. But I was like, I got really obsessed with, I was like, oh damn, music brings people together, like, and there's no like outside of boundaries and borders that we have.
Totally.
And I was like, that's what's all these people that were like going to the moon and shit, that was 100% their frame of mind was like, we're not Russians or Americans, even though the governments were using the space race as an excuse to like put money into their into military or whatever. And
I loved how you explained that to me before, like the spirit of Apollo. Like you're like, look, this is a time period where once that achievement happened, everybody in the world were united watching it. Like, yes, humanity.
Yes.
We're all together. We made it, and it's like a rare point.
Beautiful
in
moment.
time. Yeah, beautiful moment in time. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. That is like one of the most significant moments in the world. Like everybody was watching, like, oh my God, humanity together. Yeah.
How many years did it take to make NASA?
It took like 5 years to make that. And
I just watched the whole doc you sent me too. It's wild, man.
Oh, cool.
It's crazy,
thanks,
man.
man.
Just there's some of the moments in there. There's one moment in there where like MIA is trying to tell you to add some guitars to this track.
Yeah.
And you're like, we're like, well, this isn't the yeah track. This is something different. There's like really no guitars in there, and you stood firm on it too. And then, but then it shows you a little bit later that maybe you tried to do it just to see if you do. But that was a cool watching that conversation.
That was fun. Yeah, but actually, she ended up being right. Like we ended up getting Nick dinner. I was like, oh damn, she was right. We're just like,
but you were so firm with it. I was like, damn, bro, he's standing on his business with her about the music. But just there's so much shit in there. Method Man, fucking E40.
I mean, you had to
CeeLo. Dude.
I mean, you had to really. It's difficult to work with artists, to say the least. So
and heroes too.
Yeah,
and organizing all that.
Right, and you were filming everything yourself.
I mean, like I'd be like, hey, like Nate, you want to come to Jamaica or whatever? Like we're gonna go record Sizzla, like, and it was very much like thrown together, like, and sometimes recording myself too. Or
I mean, how did you get? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say Tom waits on the phone.
That's a sick moment. Yeah,
and it goes like no, whatever. And you use that shit, sick. Yeah.
I mean, how did you even get in contact with all these different artists, and how did you convince them to be like, hey, you should be a I mean, because I don't know. I mean, I would think that a lot of them would be like, I don't know. Like, did they know who you were?
No. No, it was a time when, like, so now there's features. Like, every record has a cajillion features.
Right. And people are charging a lot for features.
And people that's how people are making their living, you know?
Totally.
And so it's really competitive. This was at a time where there wasn't that many records that were big collaborative feature records, you know? There was a couple people making records, like Dan the Automator was making records like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Prince Paul, like, and Gorillaz.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And but there wasn't much stuff, so there wasn't a lot of competition, and people were psyched. People like collaborating, you know.
Totally.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
So the first big one I got was I met China Chow became a friend who's David Byrne's niece.
Okay.
And I was like, I've been wanting to work with him for my NASA project. I think I just had like a song with FatLip, I had a song with FatLip. And maybe a song with ODB, which ended up being like the last ever ODB recording.
Damn.
And then I was like, I can't remember if I had the ODB one yet or not, which Karen O later got on and FatLip got on. But I was like, I reached out to David Byrne. I just emailed, like China gave me his email. I just emailed him and I was like, hey, I have this song. He loves Brazilian music too. Like
damn.
His old label Luaka Bop used to put out a lot of these great like Brazilian compilations and reissues and shit. And so I just reached out to him. I was like, hey, I'd love to collaborate with you. And he just wrote me back like right away and was like, yeah, let's do this. And
that's
so
amazing.
We started passing shit back and forth. After I got David, like it became easier when I'd be like, hey, yeah, David Byrne's on the record, like, really? ODB's on the people.
I see.
But also, it was a time where you could just kind of reach out to people and try, you know, like other people. I just like, you know, CeeLo, like I met him in like a sneaker store, and then I like chased him for like 2 years.
You said that was
that's right. In the doc, I saw you finally get him. Yeah.
And it's funny because that song didn't even come out on the record. That came out like many years later. Like I finally finished it, but because I was never totally satisfied with because CeeLo bounced. You know, he like kind of. He was like kind of psychedelic and in the booth and just did a little things, and I was like, I gotta go. But then I ended up bringing him in like later to finish the song, which that's the song that ended up being in Booksmart.
Oh shit! Wasn't E40 with Method Man on the song?
And E40 and Method Man, they came I always try to get people together.
That's what I'm saying. Who knows if they ever worked together after that? Who knows?
I don't know.
That was such a random collab.
It was so fun.
So in your head, you were like, did you already have the music, or?
I had the music, and I'd usually have the concept, and then I'd be like, all right, I did it like casting a movie, kind of.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, this song is about this, or it feels like this. What artist do I love that relates to that idea or relates to that feeling? And then I'd be like, all right, who's another crazy person that's like very unexpected that also relates to the feeling but coming from a different direction?
I see.
And then I'd kind of like, and then
because that Cool Keith, Tom Waits, I would never put those two ever together in my mind. Like it's just like a crazy concept. And then with the video with these, he was telling me about seeing Cool Keith on
the Warped Tour
with like cowboy boots, and there's like an animated character in that one song with cowboy boots, and I was like,
he'd rock big ass jean shorts like down past his knees and cowboy boots, and I told him he'd have a cowboy hat on. It was like twice on the Warped Tour where we were rolling by him and we saw him like slipping and sliding on the grassy knoll, and we grab him and help him up the hill because he was slipping in his cowboy boots. He was so chill. He watched us play. He was hanging on the Warped Tour with all the punk bands, dude. It was wild, man.
He's
ultramagnetic
a character,
MCs,
man.
bro. Hard,
He's
dude.
one of the greatest ever, and a total
Very interesting
unique
human, dude.
person.
Yeah.
Where does that
He's
guy live, you think?
He
in
lives
New York?
in New York. Yeah, I actually talked. I did like a so around the Tribe Rap project. I did like a little pod, like a series of conversations with people, which I ended up using as in the interstitials. Like I'd take pieces.
Yeah.
But I hung out with him in New York like I don't know 6 months ago or whatever. We did a whole
Damn.
conversation.
He's doing good?
Shit. Yeah, he's doing great. Is
he like a married dude with kids? Is he like a normal life or?
He's
So
a little
interesting.
mysterious about his personal life.
I
Like he
love
doesn't
that.
always
I
open up
I like-
about it. But yeah, I know he lives. I think he lives in Mount Vernon now. I know he's got a kid. When I talked to him, I called him up and I was like, "Hey, I'm in New York. Would you be down to sit down and just record a conversation with me?" And he's like, "Yeah, that sounds good." I was like, "Okay, cool." He's like, "Yeah, I'm just going to Philly right now." And I was like, "What are you doing in Philly?" I got, they ain't got Office Max in New York no more. I was like, okay. It's like, he's like, yeah, the nearest Office Max is in Philly because that's the only place that carries yellow legal pads, 11 by 18. Like, and he was like,
wow, for like writing and shit.
Yeah, he loves these yellow legal pads. He's obsessed with the yellow legal
You
pads.
should get him fucking
He
sponsored.
was driving
bro.
to Philly, all the way to Philly to get these yellow legal pads. But also,
They get him on Amazon, bro.
oh, he doesn't. He doesn't fuck with technology too much.
I fucking love that. I love this dude. I love this fool.
But
dude.
yeah, he's like, so on that conversation, he was just talking about yellow. If you get him talking about one specific thing that he's really into, he can talk about it forever.
Incredible.
So he was just like, I was in the car with my friend in New York, and I was just like, I put it on speaker, and he was just going off about yellow legal pads, where you could find them, how you used to be able to find them everywhere. Now you can only get them at one store. Philly, you got to go to Philly, but like sometimes they don't have them there, so he calls ahead, like. And it's
just by a whole bunch, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
And,
That's incredible, dude.
But it's like saying there's a bunch of other shit. Like he was like really into Yoo-Hoo. If you ask him about Yoo-Hoo, I'm teeing you up if you do a pod with him, because you got to ask him about Yoo-Hoo, yellow legal pads, lingerie.
Mm-hmm.
He's really into lingerie.
He sings about that though.
Yeah, he sings about that.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
like he was saying with my friend Yeti for a while.
Shout out to Yeti.
Shout out to Yeti. And Yeti was like, Yeti ended up like producing, he's like Doja Cat's producer, ended up being this big producer, but he hadn't gotten to that yet. Yeti ended up, but Keith was just staying with Yeti. Yeti hadn't like really like started having success, financial success, I guess, as a music producer. And the deal was with Keith, he'd record a song, and in payment, Yeti would take him. Every day they do a song. Yeti would afterwards take him down, because Keith just writes. Like he just wakes up and like writes a song.
Nice.
Damn.
Or a couple songs. He's just
Right.
like with these yellow legal pads.
Totally.
He's just filling them up.
So many of them, dude. Yeah.
And so then after they finish the song, they finished the song the night before. Then they'd wake up, have breakfast, and Yeti would have to take him to the garment district.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeti would pay him like not very much money, but he'd take him to the garment district. They'd pick out lingerie. Then they'd bring it back to Yeti's apartment. Keith was staying on Yeti's couch. And then
Just for
they'd
his
have to go
girls, his
get
ladies.
dye. They'd have to get like, he'd be like, yeah, I want this G-string, but like with the lace bra. And the G-string got to have a little bit of like satin, like a little bit of lace frills. And then he'd be like, but it's not the right color. Yeti, we gotta go buy the dye store. And then so they go get like, he'd be like, I want this one to be burgundy. And so it'd be like
dyeing
so
the
then he'd
lingerie.
be in like Yeti's, like dyeing the lingerie in Yeti's bathtub, and then he would get girls off of Craigslist, and he would bring them there to model it, and he would shoot them. He would like shoot the girls in the
What?
and that was his life. He'd just be living on Yeti's couch. This was like for a few months, living on Yeti's couch,
Unbelievable.
buying
Is he paying
lingerie.
these models, you think? Or?
Yeah.
Wow.
Spending the money Yeti gave him to pay the girls to model.
That is fucking
and that was
incredible, man. Hopefully
Yeah.
you find like a girl or something. That's crazy,
Oh
dude.
my
How about working with ODB at that time?
Right.
So the story with ODB is, so New York hip, like during the NASA project was challenging. Like these rappers,
bet it was.
they all wanted to get paid in cash.
Right.
The ones that like, not everybody, but like there was a lot of like, it was just a hustle. It was like, yo, I got to have my cashier. Like, it was like, all right, bring the contract. The cash got to be there. I want to get paid 50% of the cash before I record.
On it, yeah.
Then as soon as I'm finished, I need the rest of the cash. And it was like New York hip hop shit. Like, also, like, these guys were making a lot of money, and they were used to just dictating all the terms, you know? Like, they were just like, so we showed up. It was like through this complicated thing with his manager, who was his cousin. And when I showed up, like, finally we make it happen after, like, everything gets canceled, like, 5 times.
Yeah.
And I show up at this, like, sketchy apartment in, I think it was, like, what's that area? Like, it's above Harlem, like, Dykeman. What's that area called again? Something Heights? Washington Heights?
Washington Heights.
Okay, yeah. I think it was in
Cardi
Washington
B's from.
Heights.
Yeah.
And it's like in this just apartment, like in a, you know, like and a show up, and we're waiting, and I'm there for like 6 hours waiting, and it's like, no, he's gonna be here in a few minutes. And then finally, like, after 6 hours or whatever, he like didn't show up. But then he ended up sending me the thing, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Can you do this and do this? I was really disappointed because I wanted to meet him, and I never got to meet him. But then he sent other vocals after that. He sent some different vocals.
Were you in direct contact with him?
Never spoke to him.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
It was only one of anybody on the NASA record that it was not like there was no collaboration there,
crazy.
like as far as like being in the room.
Who's the one artist that didn't ask to get paid?
That's a good question.
Paid. You know,
because I was thinking I think
naive. David Byrne just did back end. I think,
right,
if I remember correctly.
That's amazing. That sounds right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And,
wow.
And then
Kanye West too.
Kanye, yeah. So Kanye, I met Kanye.
The song is so dope, though. I love that song.
I met Kanye. I did a remix of a song of his of Flashing Lights. He did this video for Flashing Lights that looked like a horror film, kind of.
I love that song, man.
And he is like, the music isn't really matching the video. Like, we fucked up on the video.
We're talking about Flashing Lights, the big song.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
So he's like, I want like a horror remix of this song that sounds like a horror film. So I ended up doing that, and he like loved it, and then he brought me on to like in his crew. And
how did he find you? Or how did you find him?
So Spike and him were friends. They were just friends. Okay. And then like, I think I was asking Spike about something that he did music for. He's like, oh, I love this. And then Spike was like, yeah, my brother did that. You guys should link up.
That's amazing.
And then he came to Crack Alley. He came to this like, you know, shitty, tiny recording studio. Wow. And we ended up like starting to collaborate.
He said he was like, definitely had the best like work ethic. Like he was
super professional. He was super, like, sometimes I like to say about Kanye, like R.I.P. Like the Kanye that I knew and like loved.
Totally. Yeah.
Like he, you know, but he was super professional, super on top of shit, super polite, super kind. Even like the first day I met him, he was like, oh, you know, all that antic shit I do, like storming the stage or whatever. He's like, he literally was like, I do that to make people pay attention. He was like, it's a thing I do to get people to pay attention. I've never heard him express that anywhere on camera, where he's just like, yeah. But it clearly is, you know?
Right.
And it's taken a dark turn, the shit he's doing to get attention. But
I just realized right now, in this moment, the date on this podcast, he's been really quiet for a couple months. And nobody's even talking about him. We can edit this, but it's realized nobody's even talking about him at this moment. Online, nothing. He's been really freaking quiet. You notice that? Mm-hmm. There's nothing in the headlines about him right now at this moment. And it's been like a month or two.
But he has a movie coming out. I just saw a preview for it. It's like a movie about like the dark
side of him.
Oh
wow.
And like him getting religious and like that whole era and the Kardashian era and shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I think the Kardashian era that's when like around soon after the Kardashian, like Kim getting married and stuff, I still was in contact with him and friendly with him. Mm-hmm. And I went to one of the early
church things outside
where it was just like friends and family in Calabasas on the top of this hill, but there was like 60 choir members and shit. Wow. It was amazing.
Really? Damn.
And at the time it was interesting because it wasn't so much about it was very inclusive. It wasn't just like this is a Christian Jesus thing. It was like anybody's welcome here. This is about spiritual gathering. It was amazing.
Damn.
And then it kind of shifted soon after that, where it was like, then I ended up going to one at the Forum, I think, or he was doing these bigger ones. And those ones were more like with sermons and really about preaching the Bible and shit. And, you know, whatever, like no whatever makes people happy. I'm
Totally.
not like a hater on Christianity at all.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was like, it lost me a little bit. And then obviously he got really dark and
Right.
But
Damn.
yeah, he
But
was
back then
he was
working with him was
amazing.
He was the reason
yeah,
to work. Right.
He was. I ended up music directing a tour for him. It was the Glow in the Dark tour. It was the first tour he was really like, all right, I'm gonna do something that nobody's seen before.
Damn.
Right.
He was just him on stage on this like planet. It was like and he crash lands on the planet. The whole thing's a concept and a story, and he's talking to Estero was like we brought on Estero as the voice of the spaceship, and he was like talking to her, and
Damn.
and like. Yeah, it
Which
was
album cycle was that
amazing.
for you? Remember
that
what
was for
Heartbeats?
no, it was right before 808s.
Damn,
so it was
okay.
that would have been graduation, I think, right?
Wow, yeah.
And so that
album.
was so fun, and then I got to work with him a little bit on 808s, and yeah, he was fucking amazing, man. Like I actually like if I had one regret because it would be like because then I kind of split off and started touring with NASA and shit like that. And I kind of like, I was like, hey, I can't tour with you. I can't spend too much time with you. And then even like later with Watch the Throne, he asked me to tour to music to music direct that one and shit. And I was like, I'm too busy with other shit.
Damn.
But then like those were all my favorite records. Like
Great
of that
record,
era,
Watch the Throne, dude.
that whole era, I was just like, this is the most brilliant artist in the world right now. I fucking love this music. And I won't listen to it now because of all the anti-Semitic shit and shit.
Sure.
I'm kind of like, I kind of want to back that, but it sucks. Like because it feels like I'm like, damn, your antics have taken this music away from me. I don't want to listen. I don't want to support it, but I like love these records so much.
You have those great memories working with him though, which is awesome.
Yeah, he's most inspiring person like I've ever been around. He was at the time.
Also, George Clinton, who ended up on the Max Hedrum song.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
George is amazing, man. Yeah, he's that's another force and like nobody I've ever met, man. What a
Was it hard to track him down?
how the hell did I get in touch with Actually, I don't actually know at all. But
it doesn't seem like somebody with like a phone or anything.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the people, it's just, I mean, there's so many people. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty easy, like Chuck or
yeah, it was a lot easier than I think it is now to do any features.
yeah,
Chuck,
because now you're going through agents and managers, all that
yeah,
shit, right?
it's all a hustle. It's all a hustle. Yeah, Chuck was. Yeah, I think Chuck. I think I got David first on the Chuck song.
right.
And then
but you
Chuck,
had that in mind, like you're like, okay, these two together, because there's a song with like Chuck D, David Byrne.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
And, did you work with DMX?
Yeah.
I worked with DMX
It's on my
later.
paper, DMX,
Oh, okay.
Not on the Spirit of Apollo, but yeah.
Chuck
DMX
D song
was
is
great.
called Money. Chuck D
Yeah,
Z Trip.
and then Shepard Fairey did the video. For
Yeah. That was the
That's
other
cool.
aspect of the NASA thing is we collaborated with there was like a really amazing art scene at the time. I feel like all the street people were becoming like fine artists, and so we my friend Aaron Rose, he curated this art show called Beautiful Losers, and
I remember that.
he was super tight with like that scene of people, and so he kind of helped link me with all my favorite artists in the world, and we ended up like we collaborated with like Barry McGee Twist. We collaborated with Shepard Fairey on that song.
Right.
We collaborated with my boy Sage Vaughn, who's still one of my best friends.
Sage Vaughn, yeah.
He's the homie. Sid.
Yeah. Sid Guerin, my homeboy,
killer.
I met him because he made my favorite, one of my favorite animated movies ever called Wave Twisters.
Okay.
Do you know who DJ Qbert is?
Mm-mm.
So DJ Qbert was kind of like the Michael Jordan of scratching.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cuber.
Like he was the main guy in this crew of people from Daly City, San Francisco area, called the Scratch Pickles, the Invisible Scratch Pickles. And anyway, he did this insane music video insane animated film that Sid animated. That's like nothing I've ever seen, or still have never seen. But he did it on After Effects. Like it was like this was late '90s, early 2000s. He did it. Anyway, I met him and I was like, "You're Sid Guerin? You did Wave Twisters." He's like, "Nobody's ever recognized me from my name before." And I was like, so anyway, he ended up kind of overall directing all the stuff from our anime. He was kind of the creative director and directed a bunch of the
amazing
the animation.
videos too. A lot of the songs, like just completely out there, like very unique.
I mean, the doc has a lot of unique.
Yeah,
visuals
I
in
mean,
it,
those
sure.
are the videos.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
pieces of it, and it's so incredible. And
How was KRS-One?
KRS, he's teacher. Like
I
that's
know.
everybody calls him.
Yeah, the teacher. Yeah.
He was great, man. He was really fun. He was like, he felt that song because that a song is hip hop. It's about hip hop.
Yeah,
and,
called
he's
hip-hop,
always
yep.
like hip hop. But yeah, he was great, and he just felt the song. I went out in the valley and recorded that with him. And,
Oh, really?
He was just talking about beginnings of hip hop and the Bronx, like all the shit he's talking
He's got
about.
so much knowledge, bro.
Yeah.
Knowledge reigns supreme, dude.
Yes,
Yeah.
knowledge reigns supreme.
What about Santi Gold? Was she cool? Was she blowing?
Santi's great.
Was she big at that point?
She was just like, there was a bunch of people on NASA that were just starting to blow up.
Yeah.
Like Santi was really, she had some buzz, she had some shit going on, but she wasn't as big as she ended up being. The song she's on, the song with Lika Lee, who like barely had any music out at the time. Lika Lee had like a few songs out.
Mm-hmm.
Santi, but
Great
Santi's
song.
amazing, man. Santi's she's like one of my favorite people.
MIA too? Was she have songs out? with
MIA,
it?
she had
Popping
shit
right then?
going already. I think she already had. I think maybe she was 2 records deep, or no, maybe she had just had done the first record. I can't remember, but she was hard. She, I was trying to work with her for a long time, and she just kept flaking.
Damn.
And then, so the song she's on, I didn't even invite her to that session. It was a funny session. I was in New York, and I had Spank Rock was coming by to do a song. Who was from kind of he was from Philly, where Santi is from, and they were kind of part of the same crew that Diplo
Okay.
used to live in Philly. So they all came out of this like one scene. And I knew I wanted to work with Spank Rock. I invited him to the studio, and I think he just brought Santi and MIA.
Damn.
And oh no. I think they invited MIA. He brought Santi,
Yeah.
and they invited MIA. And then like I had been trying to work with Q-Tip for like years before
Damn.
that.
Right.
He was always really cool, but this was an era, I think he might have been depressed or something. He was really like hard to pin down, and
Yeah.
he was going to be on a FatLip record I did like maybe 4 or 5 years before that, maybe 4 years before that. I always were trying to work with him. I'd always be talking to him. We
Greatest.
always were about to work together, and then he like would disappear or whatever.
Damn.
But then I was supposed to work with him that same weekend, and his manager or his assistant was like, "Oh, Q-Tip's not. He's not in town, right?" You know what? Actually, I'm not going to put him on blast right now.
Okay, don't put him on
I'm not
blast.
going to put him on blast because I love
you
and
ever get to
respect
work-
him.
did- ever
He
get to
showed
work-
up at the studio because he was just hanging out with MIA.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
But then I
Perfect.
think he was like kind of embarrassed
I
because
see.
like we had another session that the same day or the
Yeah,
day
yeah,
before,
yeah,
and
yeah,
he was
yeah.
like he was weird, and I reached out to him after and I was like, "Yo, I don't care, man. Like I'm the fan. I love
Did you ever
your
get
music,
to work
but
with him?
I still have you know what? I ended up
Yeah.
working with him a little bit on when Fife died. They did like this tribute thing.
Yeah.
They had like a celebration of Fife's life.
I remember seeing that, yeah.
and they did this tribute, and I can't remember exactly, but I did some kind of like some music shit for the video they put together for
Oh,
the
that's
tribute.
cool, man.
That's all I've done. I've never actually done a song with him though, but I just like Tribe
one of
is
the
one of my
greatest,
favorite
dude,
groups of
bro.
all time.
Yeah.
Like Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders, especially like, but all
And his production on Illmatic too.
he
One
produced
Love.
on
He
Ill.
did One Love. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, dude. He was
I thought that was all Primo and Pete Rock.
You
I
can,
didn't
you can
realize.
look on the record. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a great producer.
Producer, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's why actually. So Bob Rock, who ended not Bob Rock, Bob Power. My bad.
Okay.
Bob Power engineered all the Tribe records.
Oh shit.
And that's I ended up working with Bob Power because of the Tribe records.
Yeah,
Like,
you nerd out with some stories about him working with.
Oh,
him?
yeah.
I'm sure that's so cool, man.
It was cool. Bob was always like, because like for instance, like Tribe's famous for like their snares. Their snares were
yeah.
always like so loud.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob was real humble and is real humble. He's always like, that was all Q-Tip.
Damn.
He was like, I guess what Bob said is my contribution to the Tribe records was I sculpted the EQ on the samples where we were taking all these bits and pieces of these different records and mashing them all together.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of like wizardry that went into the making everything mesh together from
incredible,
all
man.
these different disparate
His
sources.
samples are perfect.
And and so Bob took credit for that, but he was like, most of the shit, he was like, yeah, Q-Tip. He was like, that was all Q-Tip. I'd be like, no, don't turn up the snare more. Q-Tip was like, more snare.
Damn. Even his solo records are great. Q-Tip shit. It's so good, man.
I love him, man.
How was Fab Five Freddy?
Fab Five Freddy was cool as fuck, man.
Legend, bro.
Legend.
Yeah, he's
So
just
sick.
like wants to talk about history and past and like,
He's got a
he's
lot of
exactly
knowledge,
what you'd
man.
imagine, man.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was there at the birth. He bridged the worlds, you know, like
Totally.
he bridged downtown and uptown and like
Yeah.
he's in fucking wild style, you know, like fuck. Damn. Yeah, he was cool as fuck. I want to do something else with him sometime.
Did you get to work with DMX, or was that like a track?
I did. DMX. The story with DMX
Song was
was
called Meltdown. That was like 2015, I think, or something.
Yeah, DMX came. So I don't know how I linked with DMX. I can't remember, but he came to the studio. I was at the Phoenix, the studio
the
where we
Phoenix.
recorded a lot of
Hell yeah.
Maximum Hedrum, and he shows up. And I go like dap him up, and they pull up in like an Escalade or something, and then this big ass dude comes out, and I go to dap him up, and it's like DMX like, nah, don't touch him, don't even say hi to him, and the guy's just like he's just super unfriendly.
Was he security guard, dude?
Security,
Damn.
with a flak jacket, and they had this dude, and he was strapped.
Right.
And they had this dude stand outside of our studio in the Hollywood Hills, just like waiting.
Just chilling, dude.
Damn.
Like, all right, if anybody pulls up, I'm
Right.
gonna fucking
Blast.
cap.
Right.
And it was crazy. But then DMX ended up being like, he's not at all what I imagined, because he was like a little kid.
Wow.
Like he was just a playful little kid. Like he was
Damn.
like in the
That's
studio.
awesome.
That's how he was. He was like, we started jamming. He started playing drums, and he was like,
That's crazy,
he was
man.
he was super hyped up. He might have been like on something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But he was just super hyped up. And then at the end, he was like, I was like, yo, can I get some barks? You know? And he was like, all right, let me give you you want a big dog? You want a little dog? He gave me like all these barks. I was like, let me just do a DMX
That's-
bark library, you know? He's like, all right, I'm gonna give you a big dog.
Wow, man. That's amazing.
But yeah, he was
I love that.
really cool, really friendly, really warm. But the playfulness is what I didn't expect, you know,
Right,
because
right.
he's so serious. Like he's
Totally.
on stage
Yeah.
crying and just pouring his heart out.
Doing poetry and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, poetry, and then like so I thought he was gonna be kind of more of a serious, kind of brooding kind of dude, but he
Right.
was like a sweetheart and like and yeah.
Is he one of the ones that kind of most shocked you, like how he would really be?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
that.
he
Who was-
really surprised me. He did. He definitely surprised me. Who else surprised me like that?
How was Sean Paul?
Sean DePaul's cool as fuck. I actually got another song coming out with him soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Sean was cool.
That's
he,
cool.
He actually just like I didn't even know he was gonna come to a session, and then my homeboy Kojak knew him somehow.
Kojak, nice.
And he came through, and we ended up doing a couple songs. And I did know he was gonna come through because we did that song written for him. But we ended up doing 2 songs, and he was cool. We went to his house. He just lives in the craziest part of this hill of these. He lives right next to Usain Bolt. This
Damn.
crazy mansion in
What?
Jamaica. He was hella
Fuck.
cool.
Yo.
And also Lizzo, too. Was Lizzo big back then?
When I first started working with Lizzo, she was not big, no.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
I came over. I was like, "Oh, you're like, yeah, this is Liz." I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" So Sam, we got.
oh yeah, you came over during a
Yeah.
session.
That was back then. You
Yeah,
know who
it's
she
a
was, right?
Yeah.
No, I was like,
Damn.
She's a great person, man. You know, all this
Killing
shit
it,
came
bro.
out with her, like kind of canceling her and shit. Like it's hard to imagine for me. I can't speak to it, but
Is she canceled?
she
not anymore.
kind of got in trouble. But it's hard for me to imagine because I never saw anything. But
She
like
was super
this is a
nice.
Super
really
positive, man, yeah.
positive, stand-up, righteous
She
person.
was
For
super
sure,
nice.
dude.
And yeah, so I got love for Lizzo.
Probably
man.
blew over by now. 'Cause shit blows over so fast with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
know what I
fun, man. She's very fun.
Is there an artist that you still want to work with besides Q-Tip?
You know what?
Like a bucket list?
Yeah, I mean, like Andre is probably like my number one. I actually like. So I've been like chasing down Andre for like my whole career.
I know where he's at, too. I saw him twice since you've been gone. I told you I met him.
Yeah,
At Green
yeah.
Tape. We live in Venice, dude. He's
He
out
does.
Here, bro.
Oh
He's
yeah.
Wow.
Well,
And he's
actually,
vegan, bro.
I met him.
Okay.
I
so
met him.
maybe-
I met him at the airport. I saw him. I was like, but he had a mask on, glasses, hat. I was like, I know that's Andre. We were at baggage
Yeah.
claim, and I was just like kind of creeping over.
You say some shit?
Yeah, I was like,
I had
hey,
to- I had
are
to
you
say something-
Andre?
I know how to say something, too, man.
Oh.
What'd he say?
And he was like, yeah. I'm, you know what? I think he was coming back. So he was coming back from Hawaii, And later I listened to a podcast. He was like, yeah, I went out to Hawaii. I was doing ayahuasca. And
he's on that shit.
And so I was like, oh, wow. And I was like, oh, he must have just come back from this ayahuasca trip. But he was really cool, really friendly.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I've been trying to work with you for my whole career.
Damn, you fucking went for it. Fuck
And I was like, can I just send you music? And he gave me an email that was just for send me beats at andre3000.com or something. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Wow.
And
Ben's got his phone number. He's got him on text right now.
Wow.
And then since then, I've been sending him. I send him shit whenever I'm like, oh, this
nobody
might be.
responds to it?
I've never gotten a response. Not yet.
Damn, that's cool. We're putting it out in the atmosphere right now.
Yeah,
That's
putting it out in the
fucking-
universe.
He's in Cali, bro.
Yeah, he was cool, and yeah, I just
He
love
was
him,
so
man.
nice when I saw him. I had to say hi to him too. Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah,
He's all by himself eating and shit at the green table, bro.
Unbelievable.
Fuck.
He's vegan.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Yeah,
what are some other bucket lists? Q-Tip, Andre. Those are two great. Those are two great ones. Man.
Oh, you know what's funny? I really want to work with Ian. From Fugazi. Ian Mackay. Thank you. I actually reached out to Ian
his boy.
years ago.
Boy.
Really?
Yeah.
It was so cool. I reached out. I
He
actually
wrote
just
you back, I'm sure.
I just called the Discord
and he answered
house.
the phone for sure.
He answered the phone.
He's there Monday through Friday. Yeah.
I was like,
Still there now,
hey,
yeah.
I'm trying to collaborate with Ian. He was like, yeah, this is Ian. I was like, that's so fucking cool that this dude has had this label and it's all about DIY.
No social media, not on the grid at all, but they can call him on the phone. Dude.
Yeah. And I was so psyched. He ended up not connecting with the song that I sent him.
He's probably honest to you about it too.
Right.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
But I was really
I'm sure your
just
brother
psyched.
knows him too. Growing up in DC and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they met or not.
He definitely
but,
know. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, he's bucket list.
That's sick,
that is
dude.
Yeah,
amazing.
I had a
I
bunch
didn't
of
know
people I reached out to that I never got to work with who are since passed. Like James Brown is kind of my favorite musician of all time, probably. I tried to reach out to James Brown, never happened. Prince, I tried to reach out to Prince, that didn't happen. I tried to reach out to. Oh, this was fun.
I love that you just reach out, man. I do the same thing about podcasts. I fucking love it.
Yeah, why
dude.
not? People if somebody wants to collaborate with me and it's something that I'm psyched on, I'm psyched.
What's the worst
going
gonna happen? They're not gonna respond, or they are gonna respond. It
Yeah.
doesn't
Right,
matter.
right.
For the
shoot
Ben
your
Lee
shot.
project, we reached out to Morrissey, and we got this
Tough
was
one,
a
right?
funny response that we were actually really stoked because he just wrote back. Ben reached out to him somehow, and he just wrote back a 2-word email to Ben. It was like, "Hey, we wrote this song. We want you to sing on it." Da da da. He just wrote back, "Fuck off."
Damn. Dude.
Wow.
And you know what? We were just like, yes, that's the best. If it wasn't a yes, the second best response from Morrissey would be "fuck off."
It's kind of sick. My boy toured Rollins, and I got connected to Rollins through an email 4 years ago. So I shot my shot an email. He wrote back this email saying, "Hey man, thanks for reaching out. Just so you know, I don't really believe that I have any time to waste on podcasts in my life." Something really like cool, all good.
Right.
He was just honest about it. I have no time for that. I don't really see the point of talking about.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
I tried. I don't really care. Sometimes you're gonna get the response and keep it moving, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of sometimes I don't know. There's something about people that are that are really honest like that.
I
where
love
they're
that
kind of
shit,
being-
dude.
I had a similar
Saves a lot of
experience
time.
with John Frusciante, who I used to hang out. We were friends. We
Did
we
he play on the
collaborated.
Max Headroom?
We collaborated on the NASA record.
NASA.
Not
Okay.
NASA,
Okay.
yeah.
And then I hadn't seen him for a long time, and I ran into him, and I was like, "Dude, I miss you. Let's fucking hang out. Let's make some music." And he's like, "I've really shrunk my life." And it's only because it's him. He's so fucking direct and straight
Love
and
it.
passionate. But he's like, I only have a few people, 3 or 4 people that I hang out with that I want to hang out with. And he's like, and
You're not one of
yeah, that's essentially what he was saying. And I was kind of like, oh. And then afterwards I was like, he did that really compassionately and nicely. And he was
Right.
just being really honest. He wasn't like, yeah, totally. He was just like,
Yeah.
I'd rather than some fake ass dude. Let's get some lunch.
yeah,
let's just
exactly.
hate that
Exactly.
shit, dude.
Exactly.
Let's hang out. All this shit never happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Damn,
think my
I
feelings were
respect
hurt
that.
at first, but then I was like, that's actually cool. He
Yeah.
really handled that in a unique John classy way.
What did you work with at Anti and Epitaph?
Anti and Epitaph released the NASA album.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Did you know that?
No.
Brett Gowitz, man. My
Yeah,
boy.
Brett.
I didn't
Legend.
know
you're
that.
friends with Brett?
Yeah, my boy. Dude,
Yeah.
he's about to be in my podcast again in October. He signed my band. I have a great relationship
Oh,
in
wow.
the 90s. He
Yeah.
did 2 albums. He produced one of my albums.
Wow.
He's a
Crazy.
fucking legend, dude.
He's a great dude, man.
So I
He's
think it was
great-
on Anti. That's cool.
Yeah.
Anti-Epitaph.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we weren't sure where we talked to
It's
like
not a hip-hop label at
majors.
all. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, Anti was doing some like out of the box
They had
hip hop
Tom Waits.
shit.
They had Tom Waits too at the
They
time.
had Tom Waits,
Ah,
but
okay,
they also
yeah,
were doing
right.
like I think they released a Danger Doom record, the
Okay.
Danger Mouse record,
That makes sense.
with MF Doom,
Sick.
and I forget they were doing some other out of the box hip hop shit, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Our shit's way out of the box. We had a bunch of conversations and went down some roads with some majors, and ended up like not going that direction. And
Did you get to work with Doom?
I never have worked with
Oh,
Doom. That would
man.
be. he's
I
one
didn't
of my
realize till my
favorites.
later life that I saw Doom perform with KMD.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Yeah, when he
KMD,
opened
yeah.
up at third base. I saw NYU or something in the 90s. That was like
Wow.
their crew, third base, and MC Search and
Yeah.
KMD. And they had that crazy.
Oh,
look.
MC Search was
That was
part of that crew?
that was his boy. That was his people. Yeah, his
Oh,
people.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Crazy. And I
That's
realized that was
crazy.
MF Doom, and he transformed into MF Doom later on in
Right.
life. Yeah.
He wasn't wearing the mask yet, right?
Nah. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I love KMD. That one record.
With anti-sign through like the face. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I forgot what it is. Yeah, I thought they were gonna be bigger too. They had a great.
Yeah, MF Doom is just one of my like nobody. Earl is. I feel like early Earl is the only person to come close
Earl
to
Sweatshirt?
that flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like MF Doom's flow is just it's like it's so buttery and so unique and like there's nothing like it, man. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I make records and I'm like I want MF Doom on here and I'm like oh well there's nobody that can come close to that vibe. So
I think you got
there's
his
just-
flowers when he was alive. I feel like ever since he's passed, he's like enormous, man. I hope he got the love when he was here, man.
I felt like there was like a moment where like the so-called underground hip hop shit was like having like people were paying attention.
Yeah.
Like to him and Madlib. I felt like
Yeah.
you know like when he did the collab with Madlib, what was that one called again?
Oh no.
Well, him and Madlib did a whole project together that was amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he got some props, and also Danger Doom. I mean that
Oh
record
yeah.
was crazy. I think was that the one where they had all the collabs with the like the animation characters.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
did that one did?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It was all the what was that animated thing called again? It was like part of the Comedy Central or
It was
maybe
called
Adult Swim.
Adult Swim.
Yeah.
The whole album is an Adult Swim collab. So
Damn.
it's like, yeah, that's great. That's great.
You know Mr. Pickles from there?
No.
My friend Will Carlos, whatever. He designed this Liquid Death skull, and he had a TV show on Adult Swim called Mr. Pickles. That's where he came from.
Oh,
He's the
wow.
main art guy at Liquid Death. This guy, he's
I
awesome.
love Liquid Death art, man. I
They're
love their
I know
art.
they're killing it.
I haven't seen one of the trucks around, but I remember seeing one of those trucks in New York. I was like,
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
coolest fucking truck I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude. They have like
So
hearses. They got
sick,
hearses
yeah.
in different cities and stuff.
They got what's in different cities?
Hearses.
Oh,
Like a
yeah?
hearse? Yeah, Liquid Death hearses.
Wow.
With Liquid Death in the back and stuff.
That's incredible.
That's so fucking cool. So
Um,
fun.
Let's get to Maximum Headroom, dude.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Because it's very obscure and there's not much online about it.
No.
somebody took it off.
Yeah, we scratched it. Well,
And nobody
well,
knows
it
Derek
makes
was
sense.
involved in this project. It's crazy, dude.
people knew, like when we were starting to drip stuff out, some of the Sepultura fans.
Yeah,
But how long has it been off the internet for?
a while now. Right?
It never really went
What's-
on.
There was only a
That's
few
why
things.
it's obscure.
Yeah.
I mean, there were only a few things around, but yeah, there were people coming up to me and they'd be like, "Yeah, I've been listening to that. It's crazy. I love it." You know,
Yeah.
like completely out of the box. But
I wonder how they even heard it.
I mean, this is when we were putting bits out.
Oh,
like
right,
little
yeah. I guess we
things.
released a song. Yeah, we
'Cause there
released a
was
couple
this-
songs, right?
and there was a video.
yeah.
There was Robosexual, there's
So-
Paranoid.
So I mean, you had a lot of. I mean, you already had a lot of this stuff written, like the music part, and,
Yeah.
and so there were like certain ideas that Sam had in his mind about, like, oh, I want to do a video for like Keep in Touch, and I was like, oh yeah, it just seems so simple.
With George
like,
Clinton.
yeah, with George and
Yep.
Harold.
Oh yeah, Harold Faltermeyer was a big collaborator.
Who's
of
that? I
ours.
don't know the name.
He did he was a big. So he started out with Giorgio Moroder, and he does production on like this stuff that's Italo disco.
Okay.
So it's like he was on like I Feel Love Down It's Summer. You know that
oh,
song?
sure. Yeah, okay, yeah.
He was doing a lot of
Okay,
a lot of like the very first ever electronic pop music.
Gotcha.
Very first.
Okay.
Then later he became a big film score guy, so he did Axel F. Like he scored the Beverly Hills Cop movies.
Oh, yes.
He scored Top Gun,
Damn, dude.
and then
my
he
breath away. boom, boom.
Take my breath away. No, really?
I don't know if he's on.
I don't know.
Is he on that one?
But
I know he
That's
produced a
from
lot
Top
of the.
Gun.
Yeah, he produced a lot of the music on Top Gun and Beverly Hills Cop 2, and did the scores.
Yeah, because that song has no. That's just music. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Dun,
boom,
dun,
boom,
dun,
boom, boom,
dun,
boom,
dun.
boom.
That's
Where's
just
the
so
very
iconic,
beginning?
bro.
Iconic.
Iconic.
With
Comes-
no vocals.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I met him because I was scoring a movie. I scored a movie with him, and then I was like, "Yo, you're amazing!" Like, and then
And he's
me
an older dude. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's older. And me and Derek were already probably already had the concept for the record, right? And then we brought him on,
right. No, I think he was.
Oh, that was early. That was
Yeah,
part of the
yeah.
inception.
I mean, because you had this idea, of really like, like robots and the future and technology and the sexual side, of like the first song that we worked on was called Robosexual.
Yeah.
Like a robot that's like in love with the human, but he can't really be with the human. He's a robot, but he's got these feelings,
Gotcha.
It's just like, whoa, this is good.
That's way ahead of its time too.
Exactly.
Which is happening
that was
right
some
now.
AI
And,
shit.
and I was like,
Yeah.
all right. I was like, I'm with it. And so that was like one of the first songs like putting together. But then for Keep in Touch, the concept of a video, you're like, we should have a video for it. And I was like, all right, what's the concept? And maybe you can
yeah, I don't really like to. That's like I don't like to talk about that video too much, man. It's not my favorite. Like, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's not online anymore either.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Squash that. But we're gonna
Okay.
release the Maximum Head. So, but me and D I started going to Sao Paulo. I started going to Sao Paulo and recording with D, and we would just record in our friend Apollo's studio. We would just be there like all in Sao Paulo, like every night till 6 a.m. for like.
Damn.
And that's how the record was born. And then we ended up, like, when D would be in LA, we just kind of ended up finishing the record at my
Yeah.
studio.
So you dropped
here.
an EP, then you dropped a full length, right? Both self-titled.
We had a single.
We had a
Robosexual.
single.
Yeah, that was a
Yep.
single. Yeah.
And then we just didn't have the right team around it. We did one tour, but then Derek was like, he had a lot of Sepultura shit going on.
Was that the Yeah Yeah Yeahs tour?
Yes, that's the
Yes.
one tour we
Damn,
did, and
that's
then
a
we did
sick
Brazil
one.
too. That was
Yeah.
so fun.
That was a
Did you
lot.
play LA show too, or just Brazil?
We did a residency at
what?
yeah
Where?
At Los Globos,
What year was this?
2012, 13.
Fuck, it's so crazy. I didn't fucking know you
I
out
know.
here. We didn't run into each other
Yeah.
then. That makes me sad.
It's sad. We were there.
I must have been on
dude.
tour or something.
It
I've been
was
since-
so much fun doing those
That was
residencies. I mean,
really
it was
fun.
crazy. Yeah.
Well, you were back and forth to Brazil a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we were working at the same time on the Sepultura album. I remember it was just like, it was so conflicting. I was like, I want to
Damn,
do it
dude.
all, and
Did you want to be serious about it? Like really, like try
yeah.
to-
I mean, it was serious. I mean, we
Yeah.
had like an incredible band. We got to do Rock in Rio. Like I played
was
Sepultura
crazy.
Rock in Rio on one stage, went over, did Maximum Headroom.
That's sick.
Yeah,
another
dude.
stage.
Crazy.
It was insane.
What video was Yolanda Ross in, our homie from Nana Shoes?
Keep in touch.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because Yolanda was
She
his
was my boss. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, she's my boss
In
at
New
Nana
York,
Shoes
at
on
Where?
Prince Street in Soho. Nana Shoes.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
that's how
Crazy.
we met, because I worked across the street at Fat Farm.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
man.
guys knew each other since the 90s?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Yolanda's been on the pod. She's become a
Yolanda was
huge
back
Great,
there.
actress.
she's a great person.
incredible
Great
actress.
person.
She was in the Tribe video,
Yeah.
Electric Relaxation.
She is?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I didn't know
She's
that.
a G. She was in tons of shit
She
back
was in
then.
tons of stuff.
I took her to
Wow.
like her first hardcore show to see Sick of It All and fucking. She's the best. Shout out to
Oh.
Yolanda, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout
She
out to
she was
Yolanda.
supposed to come to
Shout
my show 2 weeks ago, but she found out it was on a boat. She's like, I don't do boats, so she didn't come to my show, dude. What about picking up David's show, hitchhiking or some shit, some random?
Oh,
ass
yeah.
thing?
Oh, yeah.
Where was that? What country was that in?
We were going to Canada, and then we all got stopped there, and then they were just like,
Oh shit!
and so there was like a lot of people there, and they were just going through people's background. They're like, and next person up, and they'd be like, No, there's like, they had like all
That's the
records. of,
toughest
like,
border ever.
D
dude.
was the only one that
only
didn't
one-
have a record of everybody.
she was like,
Damn.
your friends.
Did you have
like,
dreads then?
Yeah.
So this big dude with dreads,
Yeah.
the only one with
The
no.
only one. And then one
I
was like,
love it.
she was like, your friends are, like, just like really. I was like, what the hell?
So you guys didn't get into the border?
No, we got in. Didn't you have
Yeah.
to pay? Somebody had to
No, they just they just held us and fucked with us for a long time. And David Cho
pay.
and
Was there.
his bodyguard Critter were just randomly there with bleached beards, right?
You were a bodyguard back then?
No, it was his boy. Like,
It was his boy, but I don't know. He was like his security or
yeah,
whatever.
and they had like shirts of like his face on it, like huge print of
And
like.
so did he get
really?
denied or no?
Almost. I think he paid a fine or something in order to get in. Like he had to pay a
Jeez, dude.
fee. And they were
Really?
like, do you think we can hitch a ride like to Toronto?
Oh no, they were just like, yeah, we're just gonna roll with you guys.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
And
crazy,
they
just rolled with
dude.
us.
All right.
You guys in a bus or a van?
We were in a van.
Van or something.
Damn, you know bus on that
Oh
tour.
no,
yeah.
Sprinter was it?
It was a Sprinter van, I think.
Right.
Yeah. And
Fuck,
we
that's
played
crazy,
we
dude.
played that show. It was like almost like a yeah.
It was yes.
And it was like Canadian national
Canada Day.
Was it cool?
Oh my God! And then Sam was like, "Yes, we're gonna do "O Canada," like the national anthem. You got to remember the lyrics." I was like, "Dude, I'm not gonna."
Well, yeah, we were like, all right, it's Canada Day. We got to play the Canadian national anthem. So we were driving around Toronto, like whatever, like trying to learn it. And I remember we would like stop at like stoplights and like start singing it and getting people to sing it with us on the street. Like, remember there was all those
Yeah,
like Japanese
fuck?
tourists.
They were
or
just like, "We're not having this." And then it was like David. He was like, we had a song like "Hugs for Everybody," and they were out in the audience like hugging everyone, like Critter
So
and
he,
David.
he came to your show and stuff?
Oh yeah,
came to
yeah,
our show,
participating.
And we were like, we're going to, okay, this song's called Hug for Everybody. We're sending out our international hug
Huggers.
ambassadors. And him and Critter just like went out into the crowd and just like spent the entire song hugging people.
That's
During the course of the
amazing,
song,
yeah.
they're going to be coming out and
Right.
hugging you.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was fun.
Didn't you have a song that you said in a BlackBerry commercial too?
Yeah,
Keep
that
in
was
touch.
Keep in Touch.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's sick. And then you
Yeah,
said,
that just happened. That kind of like set it off where we're like, okay, now we have the budget to really go at like,
oh, from that
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah.
yeah,
Damn.
because then you're like, okay, Harold can get an orchestra
Yes,
to
that's
do
right.
the
Fuck.
intro, like a Prague orchestra, like Czech orchestra.
For the commercial?
No,
Oh,
for
just-
the album.
for the
Oh,
album, like
and
the
money from that
intro of
commercial.
the
Yeah,
album.
Yeah.
and a bunch of shit on the album.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Like, yeah, so he did all the string arrangements, and then Derek was living in Prague at
Yeah.
the time. So we went to Prague and recorded this, like, sick Czech orchestra.
It's
Wow,
insane.
dude.
Like he was directing, like Harold was there, like
Yeah.
telling them like what to do,
Conducting
and
and- yeah.
and
Yeah, that was
Nobody
Yeah.
who was smoking crack in the studio. Can I talk
Oh,
about that?
jeez.
No?
Yeah, I mean, that was... Oh, yeah, that was during that time. Well, okay, yeah, both times.
You're allowed to talk.
No,
you're
we're allowed to
about
talk
it.
about it because George is open about it.
okay.
Okay.
George used to be a crack addict.
Yeah.
Yes.
For many, many, many years, like
Yeah.
40 years or something
Damn.
like that. The first time during the NASA record he came through, he was just smoking crack like the whole time and was super sharp. Like, and even at one point he's like, this shit doesn't even, it just keeps me normal at this point.
Keeps me level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then then Crack Alley got kind of crazy afterwards because all my friends heard
We really
that
came
George
quick
was
Crack
there.
Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was
For
all the,
real.
just the crack just was crumbling everywhere. And like literally, like there was just crumbles of crack all over the studio. And then all my crazy ass friends came and they were all like picking George's crack out of the fucking carpet and smoking it. And shit was fucked up.
So everybody was smoking crack.
Dude, everybody was
Holy
smoking crack.
Oh, so that's where the name really came
They're like,
from.
I got George Clinton's crack. No. It was called Crack Alley before then.
Fuck, it really solidified that shit though.
But
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Then during
dude.
Keep in Touch, he was still smoking crack. And then I actually have another story where him and at a later Squeaky Clean studio, he showed up for a session. El DeBarge shows up.
Oh, the
Oh, the
barge.
barge, bro.
Damn.
And then this silver van shows
This is
up.
the best.
The door opens. These two long 12-inch silver platform shoes come out of the van, and it's fucking Sly. And there's a
That's
jam
fucked.
session with those three dudes and like a mountain of cocaine.
And you're in the studio?
I had actually just left that. I just saw pictures
Oh
and
my
reports. I left
God,
that night, that
dude.
day for a show, and then everyone was like, "Dude, George just brought Sly and El
Family
DeBarge,
Stone.
and there's like a
Dude.
pile of cocaine here."
Holy shit, dude.
But now George is off. He doesn't.
Totally
he's
sober.
like he's not totally sober, but
Okay.
he doesn't. He's like Cali sober
Right.
and like.
It's gotta be like almost 80
Does mushrooms
by now, right?
include Cali sober?
I guess. Who
I
fucking
guess so.
knows at
No,
this point?
yeah.
But he's good. He's healthy and
How old
happy.
is he?
and,
Like 70s?
I think he's 80s.
Damn.
I would
Yeah.
think 80s, yeah.
Is he in Cali? Or is he East Coast?
He lives in. I think he lives in Florida.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. He's a great person too,
yeah.
man. He's a great person. What a fucking...
So how long did the Max Hedrum how long was it around for?
I mean, it took us like a year to make the album or something, and we did 2 tours, and then we were just like, kind of, we're like, all right, what are we gonna do? Because we didn't release it because we like started to release it, and then we're like, we don't really have the bandwidth to actually support this right now.
Yeah.
So we were just like, all right, let's wait, and then I didn't have a great, I've been releasing records independently. I hadn't started releasing records independently. At this point, I've been releasing records independently for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm just gonna float this out there with nothing behind it, like just me.
Yeah.
So we were just like, and we can't support it. We only did these 2 tours, but really, it's gonna be impossible to actually tour it.
You guys get like a buzz and stuff, or like people like fucking with the band, like people coming to their.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, maybe with like, I don't know, the video for the skate.
Yeah, that helped
on the girl skate thing. Yeah.
I mean, we had an awesome
band. Synthesized.
Yeah. And we had a band, but it was difficult, you know. I mean, we had Ashley.
We played South by Southwest, right? Didn't we?
That's right. We did.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, we played on Carson Daly show.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, we played on the Carson Daly show.
I mean, you guys were getting you get commercials, getting all kinds of cool shit going though.
No,
you know?
there was cool
stuff around it.
Yeah. I mean,
would you ever bring it back?
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We're right now we're figuring out how to release it. So we're gonna release it like this year or next year. We're gonna actually drop it.
Yeah.
Damn.
For sure.
How many songs is on there?
There's a lot of songs. Man.
Like 13 or something.
So these songs are nowhere to be found online.
No.
I think it's kind of cool, man. Yet all this shit's not online, dude. Like,
I think so too.
Save it, and
the songs are like they were written way ahead of the time.
Would you remix them or record them or?
I don't think so.
No, we said we wanted to record more stuff. Possibly would be cool.
Because it's cool. Like right when we stopped recording, it kind of took a big turn, and we started getting more like weird. No, I guess the whole thing was fucking. The only rule with Maximum Headroom was like have fun.
Yeah,
we were like, this is the only thing that matters, that we have fun with this. It's not like so. It's like a little self-indulgent, maybe.
But there were certain songs that just like it sounded funny at the time. It was like, space debris, and then I was like, but that's a real thing.
Yeah,
like it's a real problem.
Yes,
like trash floating in space, all those satellites.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and
which is happening now, and we guys talked about back then. It's nuts.
We talked about back then, and then also the idea.
You wrote the lyrics, Derek?
No, Sam wrote a lot of the lyrics.
Okay,
we both wrote lyrics. Yeah, we would write lyrics together.
That's right.
Okay,
yeah, we'd be like, all right, what about this? What about this? Like,
yeah, and then there was just like the whole idea of like you're, transmitting like a soul into like an actual computer or a body. That's all being talked about now, and it's like really moving forward in that direction. And a lot of the songs are about that living forever. And I just started seeing this in that Alien movie, Alien series, TV series, Alien Earth or whatever. And it talks about this, where they're able to have that technology of moving like people with disease very young and moving them to like adult bodies of like androids that can last forever.
That's crazy,
and
dude.
it's a crazy. I was like, yo, this is so Maximum Headroom. Wow. It's really, really interesting because they're these super bodies but these young minds. So they're just like, like playing around. They're like, okay, we got to go get this alien.
That's cool.
Like it's.
Did you document the recording of Max Headroom? Like you do everything else?
Not that much. Because you were already a little bit burnt from doing so much with NASA.
Yeah, also it was just the two of us, like so much of the time.
Yeah.
So it was like, I guess, we didn't do it. We were just like...
It's so obscure, man. I love this shit.
Yeah.
And was it weird you stepping out of your comfort zone, like singing and doing something different?
Absolutely.
While doing stuff
that was the first time you had ever sung, right?
First
Not
time.
Screamed.
Yeah. Like live and recording. And
were you nervous?
That was the main reason I wanted to do it.
Gotcha.
I really needed, it was like I really wanted to meet up and meet, because I really loved the NASA stuff, and I was like, oh man, this is so fucking cool. I was like, I need to push myself to do this. It's only going to help as an artist in general. But
your comfort zone.
And I learned a lot. It was really challenging, and be in front of a packed audience, and they're just like, who is this?
Well, you gotta be nervous at first show. Yeah,
nervous. That was like, I was like, oh my god, I'm really nervous.
Well, what was your state? Were you like, you had a microphone stand? Were you like walking around?
Dude, we had like,
it wasn't like Sepultura.
Suits.
Damn, suits.
Oh yeah.
Checkered
bro.
suits.
Checkered suits, tie, like we were wild, like on stage. I mean, we're just sporadic.
It's so cool that you were like open to all that too.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to build the stage. I mean, we had like, our drummer, he used to play Beastie Boys. We had
Dope.
Ashley, who's a badass bass player. Now she's playing with like Cher.
Yep.
And it's like, it was just a cool, like appeal. Like people are just like, what's happening?
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, we had a lot of there was a lot of tech shit on stage too. Like where there's a lot of synthesizers and vocoder and.
You think
shit
in this
like
day
that.
and age people would get it more? Probably, it'd fit to more what's happening in music now.
Maybe. I think it can be done in a way where just as appealing, if not more. We're talking about that now.
Would you break out the suit if you guys came back?
I like the suit idea. I just think now we would have to like maybe update it to something.
Yeah, we were talking about this on the way over, actually. Yeah.
Like a different style of suit.
Yeah. But it was. I mean, it's
so
definitely.
cool.
I think it's really important as an artist to really try different things.
Totally.
I think that's what maybe was so appealing about music in the very beginning at a young age, is being able to experiment and try and not care. I never thought about what other people would think. It had nothing to do with that. It's about the moment with your friends, with, having that connection. It's such an incredible feeling. And I still have that today, connecting with artists and people. It's even stronger,
Yeah.
It's.
You think you'd be nervous doing Max Hedrum now?
Yeah. But I think that's good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. When you're a little scared, that means you're on the right path.
Absolutely.
100%, man.
For sure.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
For the listeners, this is really fucking. I wonder if we could we're allowed to. You guys let me at the end of this episode have a Max Hedrum song at the end, dude. Exclusive.
Oh, you mean when you put out? Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Sure.
Just for the first time people hear it.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Because nobody has heard it. It's crazy. You can't find
It's true.
anything, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's do it.
Because you tried sending me the video, like all the video's offline now.
Yeah, it's like it's done. even Hugs, and that was animated.
Hugs is gone?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I think Hugs might still be on Nowness.
What's that?
It's like a website that shows like cool videos and short films and stuff. I think that's the only thing that's out.
Because it's really cute. It's like animated as well.
And then what is this vinyl you gave me? Try. What is this?
This is Try. So this is my new project that I just dropped a few months ago. It's an album. It's a project I have with this dude Schmuck the Loyal.
Earth Gang's on here. Oh shit.
Earth Gang. A lot of collaborators on that. RZA's on there. Empress of this LA artist.
Is it almost like a NASA type thing? Is it? It's like
it's very different from NASA. It's like NASA that it's me and somebody else, and that there's collaborations on it. There's a concept and a world to it, like how we built a world around NASA.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot heavier than NASA. It's very eclectic, like NASA was. Like there's a lot of like rap shit on there. There's like UK garage type shit on there. There's like a drum and bass song. I've never done a drum and bass song before. There's a drum and bass song on there. It's kind of all over the map, but there's also a concept that's kind of stitched together through the interstitials the same way that we did on the NASA project.
But this didn't take 6 years.
It took a while, man.
Really?
Yeah. That probably took about 5 years. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. Holy fuck.
And there's also really crazy like music videos. I directed a bunch of insane music videos for that. I can send you those.
And they can see those are online for people to check out too?
Yeah.
So you went to
damn, dude.
You went to India.
We went to India and shot one of these videos.
So your first experience going to India, like you just had it in your mind, like I want to go. Never been there, but I want to do a video.
That was for a different song. That was for this song called Jihad Love Squad. It's a NASA song.
Okay. Yeah, that was a kind of crazy concept because I remember you were telling me like I had been to India and I was like, yeah, dude. So what are you gonna do? Like, what's your video gonna be about? You know?
Why is it hard to film there? Probably.
No.
Okay.
There's great filming infrastructure because of Bollywood. Yeah, I just knew I wanted it to be somewhere that was like had a Muslim population, and I think I knew I wanted to do India, and I did. I knew I wanted to do India.
You wanted to do India, and I was like, really? I was like, okay.
And the concept of the video is kind of about this woman who you think is like gonna be, and this was like I feel like there was just a lot of tension around post 9/11 shit, and And
talked about it yesterday, man.
and around Islam and Islamophobia and stuff.
sure,
and I kind of
man.
wanted to like, I guess, subvert that the stereotype.
I love that, man.
And so yeah, you think this woman is going to be like a suicide bomber, and she ends up like exploding with all these beautiful colors and all these kids and it's like,
is that tricky
and they
to
start
maneuver?
dancing.
Is that tricky to maneuver? Filming something like that, or a person dressed like that over there because of that? I don't know.
Well, yeah, actually, so India's crazy. Shooting there's no fucking rules. Like,
Okay.
you can do anything you want. And we had this, so there's crazy explosions in our video, and we had this special effects guy who was like my producer. So I went over there. I hadn't really directed anything. I'd only directed the one video for Maximum Hedrum before
Oh
that.
yeah.
But I had this concept, and I actually was not even going to direct it. But then my friend Nabil was a director. I was like, "Hey, I have this idea for a video." He's like, "You need to go shoot this. Go do this. Like, you got it's all there." So I went there. He was like, "I got a producer there." That was the only person I knew. I just showed up in India, met this producer, and he made it happen. But he's like, "I have the best special effects guy in India." I met this guy. He's like shirtless. He's just constantly smoking spliffs. Like, just always has a spliff. And we're talking, then we go to do the explosion test, and he's like, we'll just do it in the park outside my house. So we go outside his house. It's in like a neighborhood, and there's just this like kind of park where there's kids like playing soccer and shit. He brings out this like medieval breastplate.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's that?" He's like, "Oh, that's how we're gonna protect the kids that we're gonna test the explosives on." I was like, "What? Is it gonna be safe?" He's like, "Yeah, don't worry, it's gonna be fine." So we're just go out to the park. He's like, "You come over here." He just like grabs some kids, put this breastplate on them, and straps all these explosives. And I was like,
"Are you fucking scared?"
And we just start doing, and then like all the neighbors start yelling and complaining and shit. And we keep doing bigger and bigger explosions. And then we had a dummy, because we knew we wanted to explode like a hijab on a dummy in the video.
Damn.
But there was a mosque right next to this park.
Oh my god.
And it started becoming like all these so we started, there was like this dummy with this hijab on there, and it was a female dummy, and we kept exploding it, but the hijab kept coming more, each time we did an explosion, it would be a little more tattered, and you'd be seeing this.
This don't sound right, man.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. And we were like, we actually started to get scared. We were like, this isn't fucking cool, and people are gonna get pissed. And we started to get like sketched out by it. But anyway, so we ended up releasing the video, or we ended up getting ready to release a video, and like everybody on my team freaked out, and they were like,
"What year is this?"
2014, maybe.
Okay, that's a long time since.
But still, there was still a lot of tension, weirdly, and like everything on TV was like, every bad guy was like Muslim in every TV show or whatever. And my team was like, the people are going to fucking be really pissed. I don't want to be part of this. I'm afraid that people are going to come after me. People might try and hurt me and my family.
Jeez, dude.
And like my publicist and manager both were like, if you release this, we quit.
Holy shit, dude.
And I was just like, and I ended up being like, I can't fuck with you guys. Like, you guys aren't seeing the vision.
Yeah.
And I dropped it.
Oh.
And like it was exactly the opposite of what everybody was afraid of.
Of course, because when I saw it, like when you explained it to me, I was like,
So that's online now. People can see that.
That's
now.
online.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful reaction.
The people that were hating were, I didn't even know there was this whole corner of the internet that's like Islamophobic. So there was all these websites that were coming out like, this Jewish guy, he's a Muslim apologist. Da, da, da. That was who was hating.
Dude.
It went viral like on Facebook in Muslim communities. Muslim people really embraced it.
Holy
it was beautiful,
shit,
man.
dude.
It was really like the idea of like,
that's dope, dude. Good for you.
like I mean, it was really well done. It really hit the point that you wanted to get at. Like once I saw it, I was like, oh my god, like the tension of it building up, of the woman going through and everything, it really captured that and telling a story. And then when it blew up, like the actual pack blowing up and the colors, and everyone breaks out in this awesome dance.
That's
cool,
like
kids,
man.
it's like beautiful. It's like, man, I was like, this is so cool.
Did your publicist, oh, you're right? Did they hit you back up?
No, I didn't even talk to her about it. That's kind of salty. I'm like, she's cool. I'm cool with her, but I was pretty upset. Like, I was like, damn, you guys just didn't like have my back.
Right.
I fucking
y'all
love
just
that,
bailed.
man. love your stand-up business once again. You just put it out, dude. I love that.
Yeah.
You were nervous at all?
No, I was like this. Like people are not stupid.
True.
Like they're
Right.
gonna see the intention behind this.
Exactly.
They're not gonna just like.
There was no bad intention at all.
No.
Yeah.
Whatsoever, I felt.
Yeah.
At all. Or it was great.
Yeah. Thank
Damn,
you.
dude.
I think it was killing stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
really
those ideas
yeah.
trying to subvert it.
Fuck, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, but it was great, and I just fucking loved it. I fell in love with directing. I was like, this is the funnest thing ever. And then, I kind of, from that, I started, that I wouldn't have, like, the Wu-Tang thing in space wouldn't have happened.
Right. Crazy,
that
man.
started my career as a director, and then I started, doing it, and I still love doing that.
You like it just as it's the same kind of creative high and energy as producing?
It's kind of the same thing as producing, just like with more dimensions. It's like being a music producer with camera, lighting, casting, acting, I guess, dance. It's just like it's kind of I feel like it's a continuation or evolution of the same creative role that you play as a music producer, but like with just more I guess mediums that you're working with.
So directing's more your full-time thing now? More directing?
No, I'm mostly doing music shit, but I'm working on this film that I've been working on for a bunch of years. Which we're currently doing casting for, and that's kind of the next thing, which is like what I realized is like, because I love world building. I think I like world building more than just being an artist and being myself. Like I'm not as comfortable as being like, hey, I'm Sam and I release music. I like with Try or whatever, or NASA or Maximum Hedrum. I like trying to build a world around a project.
I love that, man.
And then I realized, like, because now I've been directing, I was like, oh wait, I think the way I'm meant to express myself is actually by creating visuals and the music around it.
Yeah.
And so creating a film is like I wrote the film, and then I'm going to be able to direct it. But then the film has a lot of dance in it, and so I create all these songs around it that are danced to in the movie. And it's like I think that's like the way, that's the ultimate way, at least right now, it feels like that I can kind of express myself and is putting all that stuff together.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love the complexity and the layers and
what kind of movies it come as a documentary? Or is this like a
No, it's so I did a short film actually that it's based on. It's about like a young dancer with mental illness. And kind of her struggles and her passion for dance and like how it kind of carries her through, which is something I really relate to because I struggle with depression and mental illness shit, and it's always been like my passion and art and whatever I'm making shit, being creative. That's kind of saved me.
Very therapeutic for people, man, getting through shit. Yeah, for sure, man.
And it's a story. It's a young woman's story that I turned into a movie, and
that's awesome.
And we're I'll send you I'll send you the link to the short.
What about would you do some TV shows too? Like would you produce some TV shows or?
I'd be. I mean, I love filmmaking shit.
Yeah.
Whatever I can. Like I just like the creative process of that. So yeah, if stuff excites me, I'd definitely be down to it. I have some other ideas kicking around, but this is the one that I'm focusing on now. But I just love it, man. Like being on a set, it's so exciting. It's like, because I haven't been playing that much live.
Yeah.
We just did a try show last night, actually, and we're starting to do a live iteration. It was super fun.
That's cool.
We're starting to do a live iteration of that. But,
did you have some guests come last night?
No.
Okay.
It's just it's like just the visuals and us, like and using stems and Serato and machine, and we kind of Derrick saw. That's only our second show ever. Derrick saw
that's
the last
cool.
one. But to me, it's like being on set and directing. It's like it's the same live. It's not exactly the same because you don't get the direct like energy feedback from the crowd.
Totally.
But it's that same type of feeling of like of being like a live performance, because it's like let's go, let's get it. Like that was amazing.
Yeah.
Like
that natural high, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to me. I love that part of the process. I love writing. I love the. I love like people, like understanding people's psychology in writing. That's my favorite part of the writing, is like just understanding like why are they acting like this? Why are they thinking like this? They're saying this, but they're actually talking about this other thing. And then I love editing. I love the sound aspect of it. I love all the layers. I love like looking at old films and finding like, oh, look at that lens. Like that's crazy. Maybe this lens will express this aspect of her mental illness or whatever. That type of like I guess the layers of it. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you what one of your latest obsessions is, but it seems like it's just all this the same kind of obsession.
Yeah, I guess so. Latest, I don't know what I'm obsessed with lately. I'm really into shooting like film lately. I'm really enjoying that quite a bit. Like I just got this is a new camera I just got. It's like a half frame 35 millimeter.
It's cool.
But I love shooting photos.
You're on that cold plunge sauna life too.
Cold plunge life. Yeah, I think I was inspired by y'all. Like you know,
that's
like
cool, man.
And then later I ended up learning more about it like through Huberman and stuff.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
That's his boy.
Yeah, he's great.
He's my go-to for everything. Yeah.
Yeah, same. And I mean, as far as like the cold plunge stuff, I was like, okay, yeah, 3 minutes. That's the optimal
Totally.
time.
Right, yeah.
Like, the getting the light. And I do it really early. I wake up pretty early, and I'll like
Get the
go
sunlight in
do
your
it,
face.
sunlight in my face right in the morning.
You do
like,
grounding stuff too? You ever do that?
No, what's that?
I don't do. I mean, it's people go outside barefoot and they put their feet on the earth and they stand there, drink their coffee. Supposing connection to the earth. Huberman talks about. I never tried it. Like they go in the backyard in the grass, stand in the grass on the earth, and then.
I've actually. It's interesting because I've heard this a lot of times, and I remember years ago when I joined Sepultura and we had the Shavante Indians tribe come and play with us, and they were kind of freaked out because we wanted them to perform on stage and to do like their ritual dance, and they just had never thought about doing it off the earth.
Wow.
Like on stage, like we had to really bring down the lights. We had to bring them down because they weren't used to all that flickering and everything. Like it was too much.
Wow.
Off
Overload.
the earth.
It was overload. And being not connected to the ground, they were just like, we don't understand that.
Damn.
Aspect. We have to, it's like the whole idea is being connected
to nature.
Yeah.
That's what it is. There's some sort of vibrance. There's some sort of
Yeah.
energy you get from.
Right.
I'm gonna try it this week. I think.
Yeah, that sounds
I mean,
cool.
everybody does it, yeah.
I'm barefoot. Like I actually do it.
Right.
Like I go like butt ass naked out to the like 'cause nobody's awake yet.
So
So
there
I'm
you
like,
go, man.
so I just
That's
need
good,
to go
that's good,
stand
man,
on the
'cause I
grass.
went
Stand on the
like-
grass, man. Drink
So
your
D
props.
has ever, I'm always like, I hope D doesn't come up
I
here.
walked up and your son's there, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. He's like,
Go stand in the sun naked with your feet on the grass, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try
Some-
that.
I don't know,
I'm
some
gonna make
energy
that part of
type
the
shit.
ritual.
You know what I mean?
Maybe as soon as I get out, because one thing I like to end hot.
Yeah.
right.
But I'm sometimes I'm kind of in a rush, but I actually like the feeling after you get out of the cold plunge of not getting hot yet, like just being
Ending on cold is good too.
because you're so warm for a long time.
Supposedly it's better for your body. Like it burns fat longer and
To
you're warming up
stay?
your.
To stay,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Ending on
Yeah,
cold.
maybe, do you end on cold?
Yeah, sometimes for sure.
All right, maybe
It's
I
like a
gotta
little
try
energy
that.
boost, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was like the last real job you had? Like you had a boss, you had to clock in and stuff.
Oh man, I think it was I think I only.
Oh, right,
no,
Union?
not only, but the last one I had was the retail job at Union. I think. Yeah, I mean, it's not boss, but like like if I work with a director, I'm doing music for.
That's
like,
true.
Okay.
They're like
Right.
I'm taking direction from them.
Yeah.
And then certain artists, I feel like I work with, like when I work with Yes or Karen. Like with Karen, I'm like, follow Karen.
Yeah.
Like
right,
other
yeah,
shit, I'm
yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna follow my vision on this, or this is gonna be a co-vision between me and this person. But like certain artists, like Karen O, I'm just like, her vision is impeccable.
Yeah.
Mm.
So whatever she says, go see how you support that,
Yeah.
and go, support that however you can. And in those cases, it's kind of like but it's not the same. Yeah, I think it was Union.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
If you were to work on a documentary, would you ever consider doing a documentary? And if so, what would it be?
Great question.
about?
Man, me and Yeti are talking about doing a Cool Keith documentary right now.
Fuck yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't know. Like we're talking to him about it, doing
Right,
it. Like
right.
it won't just be like a Cool Keith documentary. Like this is who Cool Keith is, but yeah, I don't know. We have this concept that we're trying to talk to Keith about. No, Keith is into it actually,
Okay.
but we want to help Keith make. We were wondering what Keith's vision for a movie would be.
I'd love to see it, dude. I'm fucking here. I'll fucking invest in it. I'll tell you right now. I want to be part of it, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been talking to him about doing this movie where we're like, let us help you make this short film or whatever, but the documentary is about your vision for what it's like.
That'd be fucking incredible, man. I have a story. My tour manager was a huge Cool Keith fan on the Warped Tour. I told him we were like in Texas, and he went to like the swap meet. And he came back, and he was like, he went to get a Cool Keith shirt made. For some reason, you get the iron-on letters. So it was like Pablo letters that Connie was
Right.
took from the swap meet, and he came back and the shirt said "Cool Kid." They spelled it
Cool
wrong, dude.
Kid?
K-I-T-H. They
Cool
forgot the
Kid?
E. And he had to wear. He wore the Warped Tour all summer. It was supposed to be his Cool Keith shirt. They fucked it up. It was such a funny story, man. I want to tell Cool Keith that one day. What up, Cool Keith? That'd be a sick doc, dude. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, have you guys ever seen that American Movie?
Maybe.
Oh, that's a great doc. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like just like Keith's vision for the movie and us trying to like help support the vision rather than just being like, oh, it's like, you know, it's whoever, it's KRS talking about Keith or whatever.
Totally.
It's like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
just like seeing Keith and how unique he is through his like vision for this movie.
I always wish there was like a
Interesting.
native tongues documentary, like with everybody in there from all the different
Yeah.
native tongues. Because Rappaport did that Tribe doc. That shit was sick.
Oh yeah,
I like
that's
the
a
De
great.
La one with Queen Latifah and like
Yeah, Black
Mooney Love,
Sheep.
Black
Right.
Sheep. Bro, it'd be so
Yeah,
sick.
Leaders of the New
It's
School.
cool.
Leaders of the
I
New
saw them
School.
once too, man.
Oh wow, back
Yeah,
in the
bro.
day.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro. With Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown was an underrated MC too in that group. Remember
Who's
Charlie
that?
Brown?
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was great, dude. I saw a lot of. I got crazy UMCs I saw back then. I got a lot of flyers because my wife worked at the Palladium, so
Oh,
she
wow.
snuck me into the. I saw Wu-Tang perform "Protect Your Neck" for the first time for Hot 97
Whoa.
back then, dude.
Oh,
I was there when ODB was on the run. They were looking for him, and it was towards the end of the set, and all of a sudden you start hearing din 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 din. I got goosebumps, and then all of a sudden the lights go, and the whole crowd, like Wu-Tang split, and he comes out. He was wanted at that point
Wow.
by whatever, and he got arrested at 42nd Street at McDonald's after the show.
Wow.
That was a crazy fucking
Somebody
moment. dude.
was like, "Yo, cool." ODB's at this show. come get it."
Probably. I got to tell, and then a long time ago, I went to go see Rakim, Eric B. and Rakim at the Ritz with my friend Isaac and some other people. I'm not gonna say their names. I don't talk to them. And there was a shootout there, and Rakim was on stage holding his son's hand, and these dudes started running up the thing, shooting across all the people, and we were under the tables. We had to run down the fire escape. And as the past couple of years, I've become friends with Tamal, Rakim's son, and I got to tell him today that he was the kid on stage holding his dad's hand, and now he's like in his 30s, and I was at that fucking show.
Crazy.
And he got to tell his friend, he's like, nobody believes me about this shootout. I was at when I was a little baby with my dad. But they kind of knew it was going to happen. There was something going on with Eric B. Had some beef with somebody or some shit. Wild, bro.
Damn.
But New York had, I
Shit's
saw the
wild.
best shit. Because we lived there when it was like skateboarding, hip-hop, punk rock.
Yeah.
Everything was like meshing together, dude. It was like a
Totally.
beautiful time, dude.
And like club shit too. Like I didn't
Yeah,
get to the
dude.
dance
Yeah.
music till later. Like to me when I was a kid, dance music was like, oh, that's European or whatever.
Totally.
You know?
Right, right.
But now, like in hindsight, I'm like,
you appreciate it
oh
more.
damn, like D-Light was playing at clubs that like
Yeah.
Q-Tip was hanging out at the like house music club. Like
Yeah.
everything was all mixed together, like life and shit.
Dude,
You know,
we
like
used to see
Totally.
D-Light walking down the street,
Yeah,
bro.
D-Light,
I
that's
used to
the
see her walking
homie.
on Lower East Side, bro. She
Lady
was,
Kira, she's awesome. Shout out to
they were
Lady Kira.
sick, dude.
yeah.
And my wife worked at Limelight during all that crazy shit with like all the club kids. That movie, what's that movie?
Kids.
Macaulay Culkin.
Monster,
Macaulay
something
Culkin's
Monster,
in.
Party
yeah,
Monster.
yeah. My wife was there. My wife got called in by the IRS. She was one of the employees that worked there during the whole time.
Whoa.
Peter Gation and all that shit.
Damn.
Wild times,
Crazy era.
man.
Crazy era.
That was
Yeah.
such a great doc, dude. Fuck. Oh, Kids. It's like a reboot of Kids now too. We used to see Harold Hunter. He'd be pulling up.
Yeah.
He'd hang out in front of CB's.
Yeah.
It was,
I seen
it's
him
I knew
everywhere,
Harold.
bro.
It
Yeah.
was a trip watching all that stuff from that time period because
And
I
how-
remember when it would just open and it was around the corner from Fat Farm Supreme.
It was
And
a
I-
skate shop. Dude. It
yeah.
was crazy.
And it was a
bro.
skate shop, and all those dudes used to come to Fat Farm, and then the people working at Fat Farm be like, man, they are the worst shop ever. They're so mean to people. Like, people go in, they're like,
Yeah.
yo, can I look at this? Like, no, man. No, you
Wait,
can't
the Fat
check it.
Farm?
At Supreme.
Oh
They were just
yeah.
like, I was like, they're
They were
not
on
like
some other shit.
They're
Yeah.
not
They were
retail
like-
people. They're like skaters. They're
Yeah.
just like, whatever.
They
Get
didn't
out
give
of
a
here.
fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did not give a fuck.
So from the jump, it was kind of like that.
Yeah, it was that exactly. They were
Two
just
cool
hanging out.
vibes, like
I mean, but they were just being themselves. It
Yeah.
wasn't, they weren't really there to like, they weren't like retail sellers, you know? They
Yeah,
were just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, we got the shop, and whoever they wanted to sell to, they would sell to, and they were just hanging out, going to clubs. They would get into clubs, you know,
and it's yeah.
from their notoriety at the end after Kids came out and everything. But
But I remember Kids coming out. It's like
I see those kids every day. They
Me
were
too.
literally like that, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's such
wilding. And I
The,
was
the
just
movie's such like an iconic movie to
It's
so many people.
really important.
But for
movie.
us, we used to see those kids. We lived it. We walked by them hanging out, watching Square Park.
and they
We'd
were
see them
really
hanging
like
around.
that. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
Justin Miller Casper. He
I
actually
knew him too,
he
man.
worked at Union right before me. So I was hanging out. Or actually, I think we overcrossed there a little bit. He crossed there. I'm tight with Leo too, who played what's Leo's character?
I just saw him on a podcast. He's like, is he all gray now?
Yeah.
he's watching
Yeah.
this
Yeah, he's a
podcast
good friend.
every
He's a
day.
dope
I used to
actor.
DJ with him in New York a lot. He's a great person. He has like art gallery. He's like an art gallery now, and he works
does?
at Supreme.
Oh, yeah.
Now. He actually works back at Supreme.
What?
way.
Yeah.
No fucking
Really?
He
way.
does like
dude.
creative projects with them. He's got a
Damn.
great taste. He's dope.
What would be your top 5 MCs? Is that a hard one for you?
Ooh,
Damn.
son.
Um,
Okay, here we go.
Damn, yeah, this is all right. So I don't know if I can rank them in order.
Doesn't have to. It's all good.
Yeah.
Kendrick's definitely up there.
Fuck yeah.
Busta, who I feel like
Wow.
doesn't make the list
He
that
never
much.
makes the list, bro.
Wow. but
Busta's so fucking good.
Yeah.
and you've worked with them.
I've worked with him. It was not a great experience working with him.
Yeah.
But I have so much respect for him as an artist. I was actually just
That's
playing
cool.
my son Busta in the car the other
It's
day.
incredible, dude.
He was not fucking with some of it, and some of it he loved.
Yeah.
yeah.
But Busta, I think,
That's
is up
great.
there.
It's a nice one.
Man, who else?
I mean, some of the ones you work with some legendary, like Chuck D, KRS, fuck,
Yeah.
Guru, FatLip, underrated.
FatLip,
dude.
underrated,
It's hard to make a
underrated.
top 5.
Nas has got to be up there.
Fuck yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Damn.
Nas.
It's a
who
good
else,
list so
man?
far.
That's a great list, man.
I mean,
Nobody's ever said Buster on the pod before.
Really?
It's interesting. Yeah.
and I kind of rate like Q-Tip as one of the greats ever.
Man.
Okay. I'm
flow
not hating
is-
on that.
Yeah.
Cadence is,
Yeah.
I don't know, his voice. Fuck.
I feel like if he was more prolific, Pharoah Munch would have made the list.
Great
like,
too, man.
He didn't. I don't feel like he came out with a lot of consistent
Right.
stuff, but
Yeah.
some of his like vocal performances are like the greatest.
People
ever.
talk about him a lot. I see him in like podcasts talking about Pharoah Munch not
Yeah,
getting his
he's
props
so
for sure.
good, man.
Also,
I mean,
Homeboy Andre,
Mhm.
Homeboy from where?
The Roots, man. Fuck.
Oh yeah,
Black
Thought.
Black
One of the
Thought.
greatest
His
ever.
freestyles,
Fire,
everything's
fire.
incredible,
Yeah.
dude. He's
Yeah,
you know you mentioned him either,
He's,
dude.
he's incredible.
He
I
is.
mean,
He's like he's like
Yeah.
another level shit. You know what I mean?
He puts records out with Danger Mouse. Like
Oh, that's
they have
cool.
a project,
Wow.
a collaborative project. I think they've done a few records together that are really good.
That's cool.
Yeah,
What about hip hop groups?
hip hop groups. My favorite ever. I mean, Tribe,
Yes.
Yeah.
De La. It's like a lot of
Same.
the era shit.
Far Side.
Woo.
Right, you were
Far
saying.
Side,
Mhm.
Woo, no question.
Gangstar's a group, 2 people.
Gangstar,
Yeah.
Mobb Deep,
Mobb Deep. I mean, there's
Black
some
Moon.
Black Moon. I love Black Moon.
Ooh.
Love Black Moon.
I love Lost Boys too. I love that record, man.
I don't know that Lost Boys record.
Yeah, man, it was big back then.
Is that the same crew as Black Moon and Coco Brothers?
It might have been. Freaky Tyler, he passed away, but Lost Boys did a couple big songs.
Mhm.
Renee and
NWA.
Yeah, man, for sure, dude.
Of course, it seems obvious, but
Lords
it's
of the
like
Underground,
Lords of the Underground. Yo, I love Lords of the Underground.
fire, bro.
Funky Child, that's
Chief
my
Rocker,
shit, man.
the
Chief
Lord
Rocker,
Chief
those
Rocker,
two.
number one.
Yeah.
That was my
Oh,
shit.
so
Redman, fuck,
Yeah,
man.
Redman. He's
That's like
killing it
Eminem's.
still.
That's Eminem's
Still.
top
See?
top.
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it.
Yo, that's Eminem's top. Redman dropped a
Really?
record last year. Yeah, he mentions Reggie all the time. He dropped a record this past year. It was really great, dude.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta
It's-
check that out.
It's really
Raekwon's got a new record out right now. Ghostface, Supreme Clientele 2. Incredible. I love these old days. He's like 55 years old, my age, dropping records. Love that shit,
Man,
dude.
there's still I feel like a lot of the OGs are still dropping shit all the time.
Yeah.
And collaborating together and making
Hello
these
Cool J
records.
dropped a
Yeah.
record last year. I thought was really great.
Mhm.
Nas is still dropping records.
Dude, Prodigy's coming here. Mobb Deep and Raekwon's coming here in October.
Wow.
So I don't know who's going to do Prodigy's parts, but they're coming out of LA. It's sick,
Wow.
man. Yeah, hip hop fucking
Hip hop is the most significant cultural movement in our lifetime.
100%.
You know,
dude.
like it's fucking everywhere. It's so
Yeah.
crazy that it grew out of the Bronx, and it's like
I know how
this
huge it
thing
is.
that's like just the most important culture in the world. Like it's
commercials,
insane.
just
Yeah.
everything, dude. Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg's like a household name. He's like the most famous person on the planet.
Yeah.
Who's like more famous artist than Snoop Dogg's name, dude? It's crazy how like he's just become involved in everything, dude.
Yeah.
You
He
know?
did the wasn't he a commentator on the Olympics?
Everything,
Yes.
dude. It's
So
fucking
cool.
just that name. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like maybe more than Jay-Z at this point. I don't know. 'cause
I
he does stuff with the kids. There's all kinds of shit.
Internationally, I think it's pretty has had a huge impact is Tupac. You know, like anywhere you go in the world, people
That's
are like,
true.
oh, Tupac.
That's true.
Yeah.
Tupac, Biggie, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was also, you know,
You ever see Biggie in real life?
yeah, of course, he would come into Fat Farm.
That's dope.
All
Like,
right.
at the
because
very-
he was, no, he wasn't assigned to
He wasn't, but
Russell.
Russell was always trying to give him gear.
Russell's down with everybody, dude.
And
Right.
and it was when that album came out, I was working there. It was just like
Ready to Die?
nonstop. Yeah,
Bro, we
it was
blast that shit at Nana too.
like all the time.
Illmatic came out too around the same time with the cassette.
Exact same
Yeah,
time,
dude.
and so he would come in and everybody from Wu-Tang, just because they wanted everyone to wear the stuff for the videos, and
Right.
and also Russell was working
Damn.
with Brett Ratner at the
Right,
time,
yeah.
and he was like, yeah.
Saw Biggie.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious how you feel about Brett Ratner.
Oh yeah, I heard something. I saw Biggie in
Yeah.
the street once too. He walked past him. I was like, "Oh fuck!" Just stand in the corner by some shit.
He's like, you haven't even got any big shit in here because I don't know if this shit don't fit me. You
Really?
know?
"Who,
Yeah.
Biggie?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I was like, you're right.
Fuck. What? You an optimist or pessimist?
Optimist. Yeah, maybe even like
Too much?
pathologically so.
Yeah.
Like I have a hard time, and it's something I'm working on actually. Like when people complain and shit, like it's something I'm learning to be like, oh, that's part of people's process. To me, complaining and dwelling on negative shit is like, it doesn't help me at all.
Yeah.
You know, like to me, it just actually like makes me more incensed or and like I like to concentrate on the positive and not dwell in the negative. Address the negative and figure out how to fix it, but not like kind of like venting. I just don't do venting. I don't really believe in venting. I've had to. There's certain close relationships in my life, like with wifey and shit, where I'm like,
Totally.
oh, that's just part of her process. I need to just let her do her thing and do that.
Yeah.
And but yeah, for me, I'm definitely I think at a certain point, like around when I was a teenager or something, I was like, oh wait, if I just choose the positive path always,
I love that.
it's going to carry me to the place I want to go, and it's going to give me momentum and make me feel better, make me feel happy.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
about y'all?
Oh, I'm optimist.
Yeah.
I've always been like that.
Yeah.
I've always seen the good in people. That might be a weakness of mine. It might not be so good, but I've always been like that. I always live my
For
PMA
sure.
bubble and shit. What about do you have any regrets in your life?
Man.
It's a hard one for people sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the one is like not just. I can't say that's a regret, actually. I wish I would have stuck around Kanye for a little longer during that period, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
Like during the
But the
greatest-
anti-Semitism shit too. That's
No, not then.
Okay,
like
okay.
I'm saying from like graduation through. Like there was an open invitation there for me for like from not graduation.
Was he
like,
texting
after
you then? He was
808s.
texting you then?
Yeah. Through like Watch the Throne, I was like,
Fuck,
damn, if
such a
I
great
like if
rap.
I had just doubled up on that, and like that would have been a great, amazing experience. Like going through that, all that great art that was being made.
But you weren't ghosting me like, oh, I'm
I
busy.
didn't
I'm
ghost
busy.
him.
Yeah.
I didn't ghost him. Yeah, I don't know. I was
Damn.
like, it's not. Yeah, it's probably not good to dwell on regret too much. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your daily rituals?
Daily rituals. I do the cold plunge almost every day.
Sick.
And yeah, I do like a steam room and cold plunge. I try and meditate sometimes. I go through periods of doing more than others. I do like TM, transcendental meditation. I eat acai every morning.
Yeah.
You make it yourself?
I make my acai
Damn,
bowl.
check you out.
And matcha. I like matcha a lot.
Matcha's the
Matcha
best,
for
man.
it, yeah.
Shit, what else?
I love Aussie, man. It's the best.
Yeah.
There's some great places that make it too. If you want to buy like Backyard Bowls on 3rd Street, you been there?
No, I haven't
Oh,
been
it's
to
like
that
all
spot.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's fire, dude.
I've
Yeah.
been there forever. Yeah.
But
Man,
sometimes it should be too sweet too. But
I actually don't do sweet. I'm trying to find a way. So me and my girl have like taken plastic out of our house as much as we can.
yeah,
Like everything is like, even our toothpaste, everything is like we've like workarounds. I can't
dope.
find a way to get acai that's not plastic. You can't get
What?
just the berries. There's no
No,
way to
no,
get
no,
the berries.
no. You're not
So
gonna,
it's like all in these little
it's-
plastic packets.
I
And I'm
know.
like, damn, I'm
it's
like
hard to
eating
get even
so
the
much plastic.
berries and yeah.
In Brazil?
Yeah, I mean, it's not common that you're seeing in the city, you know,
Right.
but
interesting.
so much,
Um,
unless you go to the market.
Oh, because you
but-
buy the packets like that. Yeah,
yeah,
right. Yeah.
It's in a pulp usually or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So even in Brazil, you can just get the berries in Brazil, though, right?
So, yeah, if you're living in a place that has it accessible, but people usually want the convenient route.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be honest with you, man. I kind of enjoy some of the acai bowls in America more than Brazil because they're so sweet when I have them there.
Yeah.
They're really fucking sweet, man. It's like very sugary. I know it's like sugar, you know what I'm saying?
No, but
like,
you're right. I mean, a lot of things
here are different.
In South America in general, everything's a little bit sweeter. Everything, like as far as like candies and everything, they rev it up.
Yeah.
For South
sweet?
American countries.
The one you make in the morning?
No. I do unsweetened acai, peanut butter, banana. So it's a little sweet from the banana.
It's natural
but it's a
though.
natural.
Yeah.
And then I top it with
chocolate fudge.
with granola and chia seeds.
Banging.
Yeah.
Chia seeds so good for you.
Somebody told me that like where so it comes from the Amazon.
Yeah.
And if you get it like up by Manaus where it comes from,
totally different.
it's warm.
It's
and not sweet,
like dirt,
right?
Yeah, it's like completely
Really?
different.
Yeah. I've never had that style.
I had it.
Damn.
I was just
maybe
like,
you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is like dirt.
That's
Tastes
wild,
like
dude.
Earth.
Yeah.
You know, it's like really, really different consistency, everything.
Wow.
But that's the original,
Right.
the OGs
Okay.
up there. Yep.
Right.
What about sober? Are you a sober person?
I'm pretty much sober. Like I probably haven't. It's weird. I used to smoke weed all the time. Like I used to smoke weed every day, all
Studio,
day.
all that shit. Yeah.
Me and D smoked like during like Maximum Hedrum.
Let's hear it, D.
Oh, my
There was a
God.
lot of drugs consumed.
Damn.
Yeah, like psychedelics and
You too,
I don't know,
Derek?
were you doing
Damn.
psychedelics then too?
Not so much.
I was doing
Definitely
psychedelics,
smoking weed.
but we smoked a shit ton of weed.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know, like I just I guess since I started writing my movie,
Yeah.
like, I can feel how different my brain is not being high.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brain feels different. Like I have access to like information, like more, and I've just been enjoying. I bet I'll probably start smoking weed again, but it's been a couple years probably since I smoked weed last time, maybe even 3 years. And I just rarely ever drink. Like I probably have a drink a year or a couple drinks a year. You know,
Right.
You're on your health shit.
Yeah, I just I don't like being hungover. I used to drink, you know, like I think when you're touring a lot of times,
Oh yeah.
it just becomes like, oh, I got to switch on whatever. Like I'm tired and I feel shitty, but I got to switch on like, and
For sure.
and so you kind of like, you know, DJing or touring or whatever. I think I used to
I'm
drink
sure,
a lot
man.
more.
Crazy caffeine and shit back there. Yeah.
Caffeine and then booze at nighttime but yeah, pretty sober now. I don't think of myself as like I'm sober, but I kind of am sober.
Right.
What about social media? You spend time on there?
Lately, no. Lately, I don't have social media on my phone anymore.
You seem like a person who doesn't have time for it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and I had just been kind of like, I was like, let me just switch off social. Let me take it off my phone for a while. I still have to do it, but I don't like consume it, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does life feel better without it? You feel good without it? Maybe have more time? I don't know.
It's hard to tell, man. Like I'm kind of going through a big a growth moment right now and figuring a bunch of shit out, and so I'm going through a lot of shit. So it's like corresponded with me taking all my social media shit off, so I can't tell what's making me feel what. But I'm definitely going through a hard moment as far as emotional growth, and so it's hard to say. I think I'm sure it's healthier not having it, man.
Sure.
It's like just the dopamine addiction,
Crazy,
the dopamine
dude.
hits, and the like kind of envy culture or brag culture, and
I never heard those words, envy culture and brag culture. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's a lot of social media. Is like, look how much fun I'm having, or whatever.
Right. Yeah,
Look how crazy my life is.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I mean, I like, you know what? I do like like on Instagram. I like a lot of the art and like dance shit or whatever that I
There's some
discover
cool shit
on there.
Yeah.
Or even like, I really fuck with AI. I think AI art is. I know everybody likes to hate on it. I think it's some of the most interesting shit that exists. Like even just these weird like horror AI Instagram accounts. I'll just be like, this is so cool. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I miss it is I guess like a art discovery tool, a music and art discovery tool, a film like, oh, here's this old film that I've never seen. Like, let me check this out. But I feel like so I miss that about it. But yeah, not having it on my phone I think is really good, because then you're not just like, oh, let me look at I'm in the elevator and I'm terrified of being bored or alone with my thoughts, so let me just look at Instagram for the next 30 seconds so my mind doesn't have time to just dream or whatever.
It's interesting, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, so I think that's a good thing. We'll see. I think I'm gonna stick with it for a while at least.
Are you checking out like new hip hop and stuff? Do you pay attention to?
Yeah. I think I love new rap shit. To me, I've been I have some family in London, right? And so I've been going to London. To me, like some of the best rap is out of London.
That's what
now.
I heard. That's what I've been told. It's crushing over there right now.
Right.
Yeah.
What's it called? Is it not? It's
drill?
Not drill. Yeah.
So I feel like I was asking because I've been collaborating with some drill dudes, and they're like, I'm like, why are you guys so much better than current American rap as far as just skills?
Yeah.
And they're like, we have to be. Like, nobody's checking for us. And they're
true.
so precise.
They got shit to prove.
Their shit is perfect.
Damn.
They bring energy in a way that, like, a lot of American rap is kind of, like,
Right.
a little, like, leaned out or whatever.
Totally.
Like, and they're so good. The rappers there, the beats are so good. It's different sounding.
That's
they're
cool.
open. They're also really open. They're like, all right, yeah, I'm going to rap on a jungle track. I'm going to rap on a drill thing. I'm going to rap on a baile funk, Brazilian funk thing.
It's awesome.
So yeah, there's a lot of like UK rap shit. Like the biggest guy is Central C, who's like incredible. But this guy Dave is huge. H is great. There's like a lot.
I gotta
of
check
great
it out, man. I heard great things about it.
I'll send you some shit, man.
Okay.
And then yeah, there's still a lot of shit I like here. I like this guy J.I.D. a lot. He's great. I always peep for new Tyler stuff.
Great, man.
Tyler.
I love the newest record. Like it's all kind of, it's got some like young boys. You know, it's got like some old throwback like Lil Wayne vibes on it. Like dancing. The new one's great.
Very different. Very different. Yeah,
dude.
He's I think he's like, to me, like
Don't
Kanye
touch the
was.
glass,
He's
yeah.
like the most interesting. Like Tyler's kind of the most interesting artist around. to
Totally,
me.
man.
You know, I just like, I just find him really. I always have found him really interesting. I didn't always fuck with the music. Like right in the beginning, there would be a
Same.
song here, a song there.
It's kind of all over the place for
Right.
me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I was always like, this person is really interesting.
really like,
Yeah.
And then
artistic.
his music, I feel like progressed to the point where I was like, now when he drops a record, I'm like, he's like the person that I'm waiting for him to drop a record.
Yeah, dude. Odd Future, all that shit. This whole crew, the skaters on Fairfax. I remember seeing those kids hanging out all the time, and then slowly see him come up to where he's fucking massive,
Yeah.
dude.
He's a great.
And always changing it up and just like really interesting. His new record's like a throwback to LL Cool J, Bad album cover. The new one he's dropped.
Oh, I didn't see the record cover.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta
he's like rocking the
peep that.
chain, the whole shit. He's bringing it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool. Like he always changes his shit up.
Yeah, and he's punk. He's like
Totally.
There's
dude.
not that
Yeah.
many like pop artists that are like
Yeah,
that.
his attitude is.
Punk don't give a fuck. Everybody's so careful now.
He used to
He's not careful.
claim straight edge too. And I got to meet him once. I asked him at Swinger. He's like, "Yeah, I don't really claim it, but I don't fuck with anything."
Yep.
Nice.
kinda cool,
Yeah,
man.
I've heard
Makes
that.
sense.
I've heard
Yeah.
he doesn't. He's never ever. Yep.
So where can people find your stuff? Just your website?
Sam I Universe, Sam underscore I underscore
Yep.
Universe. That's my tags. Try underscore everything. Or no, just try everything at try everything or at try everything music. That's for my new Try project.
Is it squeakyclean.com too?
Squeakyclean.com. That's where my website is.
Artists and brand about everybody can go there and get all kinds of help and fucking.
Yep. And then I think I have a website called samiuniverse.com.
You think you might have one?
It's been a while since I looked.
You
but
got a lot of
I can't
websites,
remember. I
man.
got too much shit. That's been a thing actually. You're asking about regrets. I'm too. I have like creative ADHD. Like I have like every few years I'm like, all right, now I'm called this or whatever. You know,
I like it though. You change your shit up, dude.
change my shit up. Yeah. So that's been. But it's fun actually. I really like it because I can express different parts of myself and think about different.
Is your brain always going? Like
differently.
it's hard to shut your brain off at night and go to sleep and
Oh
shit?
yeah. Like I don't sleep well.
Really?
I wake up in the middle of the night a lot and like for hours and hours.
Just like notes and shit, like things are on your mind. Or?
Yeah, like I'll on a typical night I have at least one, but sometimes like 5 or 6 different. Like I'll wake up, send myself an email, record something.
Damn. That's some
you
real
know,
creative
like,
shit though, man.
yeah,
That's fucking
it's like-
awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Or like even like Maximum Hedrum, there was some
Yeah.
songs I like synthesize. I literally woke up in the middle of the night, sang half of the song with the riff, like with the
Damn.
actual instrumental riff and like rough lyrics, fell back asleep. Hours later, woke up, sang the rest of the like another part of the song,
Damn.
and then that became the song.
That's
and
real
it's
artist
weird because
shit.
it has weird like time signature and shit. It's
Yeah.
not just straight 4/4. It's got weird extra bars and shit. And it's because I wrote it in my sleep.
Crazy,
dude. And then that became our song. But it was always hard to like when people be learning it, they'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah.
It's fucking great, man. You and your whatever brother are both like really creative people. It's good. Somehow you just came out the womb that way, man. Creative and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Writing and producing and fucking... Has he been a big inspiration to you too, obviously?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's brilliant. And he's... I mean, yeah.
Did you ever feel any pressure that being
your
your brother, like, to, like, I got to do something because that's my brother? And
not pressure like that, but more... Yeah, just I guess
or to prove yourself as an individual.
In the shadow, you're like, oh,
That's
am
what
I
I'm
just
saying.
standing in the shadow of this person?
Yeah, like to prove yourself as like I do this shit. This is my shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, like that's affected me in some ways. Like for instance, I think I probably would have been I've always been like such a film person, and I think I would have gotten into directing a lot earlier. But I was just like, no, that's his thing. Like, you know,
right.
Yeah.
And I think that I probably would have. That's one thing I think I might have done differently if.
But in reality, he would have been like, yo, I got you. I fucking, that's what I do. Let's go. I'll help.
He
You know what I'm
always
saying?
supports. Like
That's
he's,
what I mean.
He's great. Yeah, he's always been a great supporter and.
But you wanted to also like navigate your shit and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I think it was important that you did get into the music and producing first, because visually I know that you have an incredible eye to capture, you know, certain ideas that are flowing. But I think that double combination of music and visual is like great, like that you tapped in so well musically. I think with having so many different ways you can go visually, I think it's going to only add to that. You know, now it's like, okay, now I'm moving up to the next level. I've got a lot of that grounding for musically, because that speaks so loudly in films, you know, soundtracks and everything.
for sure, man.
I mean,
I love soundtracks.
God, I mean, it adds so much to an atmosphere, and to be able to have that talent to know what matches up, it's not everybody has that, you know. So, you know, like there are people who are very visual, but they don't have that ability to hone into different styles of music that can go with that imagery. And I think it's important, you know, to have that connection, especially creating film. You know, there's great films that have just incredible soundtracks where you just remember the film because of the soundtrack.
True.
At times, but also,
true.
But it's a talent to really know when to have those music. Sometimes it's just better to have nothing.
Yeah.
You know, just silent.
Sit with it. Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting. Like films like with Jim Jarmusch, you know, he has this like certain ability of like, it's just like really being able to place in these moments where it's just like really important, and it just flows so well. But I think it's great that you developed, I think, the musical base, so now you can go forward with visually like, okay, let's connect this to
Yeah, that's a cool way to think about it.
I like your vision, your patience too with the artists and the collaborations you put together, and how you waited like 6 years to make it happen. I waited 6 years to have a fucking guest on the podcast without wanting to really bother him too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you see, you're gonna make it happen however long it takes, and how like your visions with those mashups are sick. There hasn't really mashups like that since the Judgment Night soundtrack.
Right. Yeah.
You know, the Judgment Night
soundtrack. Influence. I think that was actually, now that you say that, I never thought of that before. But
that was like the original.
Man,
that's the original mashup.
Yeah.
With, like, all the fucking rock and rap artists. You know what I'm saying? Like to think of NASA as something like that. But just your patience with the artist, and then obviously realizing like your compassion for like what artist was going through at the time, and like giving them their space and just waiting it out and not fucking punishing them too much.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like the human mind and whatever that shit, you know?
Yeah. I think, that's
it says a lot about you, like your creativity, but also understand you're working with some other creatives that are gone through some shit.
Yeah.
However they were raised, whatever they've been through, you know what I'm saying? And waiting to get the art. It's awesome, man.
I think
you got patience, bro.
Yeah, I think, you know what I think. Like I said, I kind of grew up with like some fucked up people.
Yeah,
and for whatever reason, I've like that made me attracted to fucked up people. I think they're like interesting or something. You know, and maybe gave me patience for it too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But I love your mind, like your creativity, and like putting things together like that, because it's not just one style of music you fuck with. Now you're like into dance, all that stuff. The Brazilian shit they brought into the music, and Max Hedrum and shit. It's awesome, man.
Cool, man.
Really cool, man. Very open-minded human.
Oh, thanks.
For real. Any more questions for this man? He's great. He's awesome, dude.
This fool.
What are you talking about? New projects? You got a movie working on?
Yeah, I got my film. Rolling out the Try stuff. I'm rolling out some Sam I. So my artist, I use like I have my own personal solo artist thing. Is called Sam I. And I'm dropping some new music on that. And then I'm really excited about finally getting this Maximum Hedrum project.
That's what I'm saying. So that is something that people can hear soon, right? And then also, will the NASA doc ever come online?
It was online. I don't know why it's not
It
anymore.
was on Apple. I bought
Yeah.
it, and so I still have it in my account, but you can't find
It's
it.
not on none of your websites.
All right, I'm gonna write an
But
email.
it's like you
Yeah.
have like 100 websites, not one of the websites.
Let me
Why should
I'm
more
gonna
people
write
just-
myself a note
Like,
to
was
make
there like
sure.
a NASA, like, I don't know, somewhere to see the doc is sick, and
The
it
doc
shows
I
is
wonder
you.
if the doc is on YouTube. Did you
No,
look there? No,
it's not. I search, and then I realized, wait a minute.
Even just the
it's in
part
my,
where
it's in my Apple account, like
Right.
because I bought it, and so it just sits there.
Right.
Yeah, that should be online, dude. It's
But
really
yeah,
sick
all
because
right,
it tells
yeah.
it tells the
That's a good
story of
call.
what we're talking about in this podcast, and also people can see you stand there in your business.
Yeah.
That was my
part.
favorite.
I was so
shit.
bummed when she was saying that. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But you're like, yo, this
no.
is, you're like, this isn't the yes. I love that, but that's because you're passionate. You see what you want. You know what you want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all the stuff that's not online, besides whatever the weird video guys aren't going to talk about, but like the Max Hedrum shit, and then the NASA shit, that should be online. Especially if you're going to do a rollout where you
No,
come.
I mean we'll
you come
put it back
back.
on. I mean once we can
Yeah,
let
we're
it
gonna-
out slowly, like
Yeah.
in a way where it makes sense, where it's not.
I think
all
by
over
the time
place.
this episode's drops, who knows, it could be a month or two from now. That I'm asking for the listeners want to see the NASA doc online and some sort of Hedrum
Done.
shit, and we can
Okay.
drop this around the same.
We're gonna
time.
drop a song, a Maximum Hedrum
should.
song, on
Yeah.
the pod, right?
Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because this
We
is
gotta
probably
figure
the
out which
first
one.
time people
I
even heard
know.
about
Which
fucking Max
one?
Hedrum ever is on this podcast right now. Nobody's ever talked about this shit.
I mean, there's certain lyrics.
You guys want to get canceled, but just for the listeners. But that shit's old music,
I think
though.
there's only one lyric that
Yeah.
we're gonna change.
I mean, people might think robosexual is a weird name.
No, robosexual
All right,
is
bet.
fine.
Whatever, it's all good. But like this, yeah, this was recorded years ago, people. But yeah, that's a different world now with all that shit. You gotta be careful what you put out. But it's old, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the NASA doc was sick, man. My wife
Thank
was.
you.
I just want to say real quick, my wife's having trouble sleeping, and so Derek got my wife some fucking gummies, and she was on some gummies. And I'm watching. She's like, "What are you watching?" And she was just tripping like all the visuals and the things.
The
She goes, what is
visuals are
that? She was
incredible.
bugging on it.
Oh,
It's,
that's-
I like
it's really creative. Yeah.
The flow of the doc is just it's really interesting. You know, it's not like a typical doc, and I love documentaries, but I just thought
I
it was
fucking love
really
docs, dude.
done really well. Like the story line was really cool because it could be all over. I mean, there's so much going on, but
Just the interactions with the
yeah.
rappers and the conversations. And
I think a lot of people would be interested in seeing
Fuck
it
yeah.
still, you know, like
But say-
especially now more than ever. It's just like, what? Like I had
it's
no
like
idea.
this kind
Yeah,
of
we gotta get it
obscure, kind of like underground record that not many people know about, but it has
Yeah.
the most amazing artists involved. And then like
Amazing.
they're like, who is this fucking guy? How's he getting all these people there? And now they hear the story now. A Far Side doc. That'd be
Far Side
sick.
doc.
You could pull that off, dude.
Yeah.
You're a massive fan of them too.
I love them.
Or
Yeah.
just a Fat Lip doc. I don't fucking know.
Spike actually did a FatLip doc around the What's Up FatLip video where I met him,
Okay.
which is great. Actually, you guys should check that out. I think it's also called What's Up FatLip. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
I think.
I'm
Oh,
surprised
okay.
there's no like KRS-One doc.
I'm sure.
Man, we went. Did you go see him perform last year? with
Yeah,
him?
I went with you.
Bro, we went to some in Orange County, packed. It was incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Freestyling, everything, dude.
It's pretty cool.
Fucking love
he's
KRS-One,
like a
dude.
pillar of hip hop, man. He's like
He is, but I
yeah.
feel like he should. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he is kind of a little slept on, right? Like,
yeah.
also one of the greatest like rappers of all time. We didn't even put him in our list, but he's up there.
Yeah,
man.
Rakim
For
is my number
Rakim.
one fucking
Yeah, that
fuck, dude.
He's so smooth.
He was
so
out of town.
smooth.
He was out of town, but I got to go meet him and hang out and get a photo with him and
Oh,
chop
freak
it up
out.
with him a couple months ago through his son who follows me on Instagram. The weirdest thing. Yeah, it was a fucking great moment, dude. Yeah.
I actually had a session scheduled with him for the NASA project.
Damn, bro.
And he showed up.
What?
He showed up like late, but he didn't end up recording anything. I think he was going through some. It was like after he got off his deal. Remember, he had that one big song like in the early 2000s.
Dun, 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 dun. Premiere produced it, man.
It was
It's
like
the
kind of
return
like
of the duck.
Arabian sounding. like
yeah. Oh yeah. I know what it is. I know what
Yeah.
it is.
So soon after
So
that.
no, that's so seductive. That's 50 Cent. Let me think about. Keep going.
Anyway, yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, I think he was going through some shit, and we didn't end up recording. And but it was cool to meet him. I was like, yeah, he's one of my rap heroes.
I know the song you're talking about, but he had that crazy Premiere solo shit. No, it's a great record to the Prodigy record, dude. That solo record
Really?
back
I
then.
don't know
yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
You know that song, "Hold You Down"? I'm an Alchemist.
No,
Yes, you did. You fucking had her.
I don't know it. I don't know.
I'm getting
it.
Alchemist on the
I'm
pod
kind of
too,
sleeping
man.
on. I I randomly have photos of me and Alchemist hanging out in New York in like early 2000s.
Bro.
And I'm like, I don't remember this night. Who is it? Like,
Wow.
I don't remember meeting him, but I have like some photos of me hanging out.
I saw
with
his
him I
original
found.
rap group was Scotty Khan, Hooligans, open up a House of Pain. He was a
Oh,
rapper.
wow.
Him and Scotty Khan were rappers.
Wow.
Remember Hooligans, those little kids? Yeah, that was on the House of Pain tour.
Scott
Funk
Khan,
Dubious.
like he's
Scotty
an
Khan.
actor?
Yeah, his dad's an actor. Passed
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Rest in peace.
Right.
I used to skate with him in Brooklyn Projects. Ill skateboarder, ill photographer, ill surfer, ill actor.
Wow.
Wow.
But he was a rapper, dude. House of Pain and Funk Dubious took him on the tour back in the
Funk
90s and
Dubious.
shit. So I was in the House of Pain video. I don't know if you know that, but yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Which-
Shamrocks and Shenanigans.
Oh, really?
And that was in Onyx. And
All right, because you're from Boston, right?
Yeah, and I'm in the Onyx Slam video.
He's from
You know, Onyx?
No way.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, those are my boys. I got Fred on the
Uh,
pod next month. They're playing out here, Onyx. You should go.
I'd love to, man.
I'll talk about hip hop all fucking
Dude, you know
day,
what's
bro.
crazy? I just realized that. So Onyx Slam,
Oh
Yeah.
it's actually from a Beastie Boys thing. It's from a
Mm.
Beastie Boys thing. It's like a Beastie Boys ad lib on Paul's Boutique. They're going do 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 do. They're like singing it on an ad lib it's on Paul's Boutique. I can't remember
Oh
what
my
song.
God, I know Paul's Boutique
Oh,
so
They're
well,
like,
too.
damn, do. I think it's maybe, I can't remember. I'll try and find it, but I heard
Okay.
it. I was like, holy shit, this is where Onyx got slammed from.
It is, but it's also, I'm going to fuck your mind up right now. It's also another song. Dun, 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 dun. It's an old hip hop song. Dun. This before Beasties too.
Oh, so
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
they both were referencing that then.
I know what you're talking about.
Joe's going to bug in this podcast. Dude, yeah, that's a sample that he took because the Paul's Boutique is the most sampled record of all hip hop. And that was before he had to clear shit. They made the fucking line with that record.
Oh, yeah.
My best Beastie Boys record of all fucking time, dude.
One of the
It's
greatest.
one of the
records.
Incredible, dude.
hands down.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
but I
know what you're
I
talking-
forgot what it was, man. That's taken
Oh.
for something.
That's
Wait, that's what it sounded like your Premier
it's like
sampled it.
electronic.
It's an organ, right?
But it's some older hip hop.
Yeah, it's like
I don't want to say
They
it's-
use it on party records, like those records where they
Yes.
just have somebody repeat like
Fuck,
something like
man.
Yes.
fat.
I know
Fat
Joe,
Man
my
Scoop.
producer from Queens, gonna know exactly what it is right now. But
Yeah.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
so it
Oh,
wasn't
that's
Beasties.
right, yeah.
Doris the Thinkosaurus. That's a song. Remember, he was like Doris the Thinkosaurus. Yeah, on Paul's Boutique.
All right, fuck. We're
Okay.
gonna do another part 2. We're gonna talk all hip hop with you, dude.
I could talk hip hop.
Me
all day.
too, all fucking day. That's my more love more than punk. I could go on any show and battle people with like knowledge. Like
Yeah,
you know,
you're pretty
I
good.
love all this shit. Grew up on it, going to shows, all that. But thank you for being here, man. It's really
Yeah,
nice
thank
to
you for
hear your
having me,
journey
man.
and
This
not
is
just
so
know you
fun.
as fucking Derrick's landlord. You're
Yeah,
fucking
the homie.
Sam Spiegel, the fucking hip hop fucking producer, dude. It's awesome, man.
That's what's up, man.
And
Thank you
director
so
and all
much.
that shit,
Appreciate
dude.
you having
No
me, man.
tattoos on you, right?
I kind of want to do a tattoo.
Maybe
man.
it's kind of
Oh,
cool not to,
really?
man. Because
I don't have any, but I've
been.
been wanting to do one for many, many years.
I can't imagine what you would get.
I want to get so my son's name is like an exclamation. It's spelled with
Yeah,
an
it's-
exclamation point.
X.
Pretty hard.
You pronounce it X, and I've even before I had a kid named exclamation point, I was like, I kind of want to and I always kind of thought about doing one here where you're
I just got
on my
that
eye,
recently.
where
Took
your
my
mouth
whole life.
is.
Just got
I
it.
got a moon from my wife. Just got that recently, man.
And then all my friends who have tattoos are like, you can't get a face tat
You
as your
can't-
first tattoo.
First
I'm like,
tattoo.
I'm sorry, you can't. Not as your first tattoo.
So
You can do the fuck you want, dude. You're a grown ass man.
yeah.
sure.
But it is weird in the tattoo culture to get some of your face. But a lot of kids do that now.
Yeah.
And a lot of tattoo artists would be like, I'm not.
That's
doing
what
And they
people
won't
keep
do
telling
it.
me. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, no tattoo artist
that.
going
No
to do
good
that for you.
artists. Yeah.
It is kind of hard to get your first tattoo as your kid's name on your face. It's
Yeah.
kind of hard.
It's
I'm not
kinda
gonna-
hard,
I know.
yeah.
Part of me is like, is that pressure though? It's like for X, I'm like, yeah, I tattooed your name on my face. I'm like,
Yeah, it might be.
On my face, yo.
His name's X.
Yeah,
Exclamation.
X.
X is. Oh God, I wish my name. I wish the name. And then my son X
X
is on
is-
the straight edge.
Hilarious. He'll peep his head in my window like, hey, Derricky!
yeah, he calls him Dedeki like Brazilian.
like Brazilians. I'm
That's
like,
what. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, sorry about that.
no, it's so good. It's so funny.
Any
I'll
more
be
questions for this man?
All good, man.
I'm excited about the
Yeah.
Max Hedrum shit coming out.
Yeah.
NASA's going to be online. It's a crazy documentary about the making of this insane 6-year album with all these amazing artists you got to work with, man. A couple of them not here anymore. It's
True.
pretty beautiful, dude.
Thank you, man.
And just for the listeners, we're gonna see Sam Q-Tip collab coming out in the future.
Hope so.
100%.
Yeah, put it out
Putting
in
out
the
the
universe.
atmosphere, man,
Let's
for
go.
sure. And yeah, man, thanks for being here.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys. Peace. Gotta give a big shout out to Liquid Death. I've been in a band called H2O for 30 years. And my first real job with a company is a water brand. Go figure. Love You Liquid Death. Love the people. Love the brand. Love the concept. Love what they give back. Love the community. Love what they do for the environment. You can go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on any of their merchandise that they make. They have such incredible collabs. Also, if you want to hear the story of the CEO, my good friend Mike Cesario, on the podcast, you can go to episode 115, part 1. And then 2 years later, we dropped a part 2, which is episode 275 with the CEO, Mike Cesario. Just a man from Delaware with a dream, worked at a marketing company, and made this become a reality. Liquid Death is an incredible company, incredible water, incredible people. And I'm super, super honored to be part of them. They sponsor my life. They sponsor everything, my family. So go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on anything you want to buy on that site. If you want to get water, it's exclusively on Amazon.com. Murder your thirst, y'all. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swiped the credit card. Don't really tell me much. Didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I'd have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life One Chance podcast is now with Removery. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. Use Toby H2O and get $100 off your first session. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Removery has 155 locations and 1.8 million treatments. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art peak-away laser technology, cryo technology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Definitely check out One Life One Chance podcast, episode 281. I have Carmen Brody, Mike McTurnan, and Dustin Ortle from Removery. And this is an over 2-hour conversation. People had submitted questions. It's an incredible conversation breaking down the do's, the don'ts, the fears, process, the results, everything you could imagine about getting a tattoo removed. It's all in this podcast. It's an incredible episode. I appreciate them all coming out for it. So check that out if you want to learn more about Removery and what it's like to get a tattoo removed. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH2O and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out. As we get older, we start paying attention to what we put in our bodies. I personally have been listening to my body since I was 18 when I went vegan. I've always been focused on my health. It's super important, mental and physical health. But it's really important for people who are just starting to get more healthy and trying to step up their life. Doing your homework, reading the labels, researching and verifying everything that's quality. It's part of the game these days. That's why I started drinking AG1s. I'm so proud to have them as a sponsor of my podcast. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut support and is backed by multiple research studies you can trust what you're putting into your body. We're all so busy these days, so just throw a pack of AG1 in the morning into a cup of water and shake it up and drink it. I love the way it tastes. I do it every single morning. It's part of my routine. I bring the packets on tour. It's an incredible life changer for me. Many supplements only reference research from ingredients in their product, but I trust AG1 in my daily routine because it's constantly putting the formula to the test. It's backed by multiple research studies. In one of those research studies, AG1 was shown to have double the amount of healthy bacteria in the gut, which is super important because these help digestion in the immune system and the immune health. And these bacteria are known to help with digestion as well, gas and bloating, which I freaking need. And it also promotes regular bowel movements, what I can attest to. In another research study, 97% participants felt more energy after 30 days, and 91% of the participants noticed that they needed less coffee after 60 days. I quit coffee like 5 months ago. I know I'm good on that. But AG1 is packed with a variety of nutrient-dense ingredients and is the perfect complement to my healthy diet. I drink it because I know it's going to work, and it gives me a peace of mind covering all my nutrition bases for the day. In fact, I trust it so much, that's why I'm spreading word about it. That's why it sponsors my podcast. Thanks to Angie Huberman for turning me on to AG1s, connecting me with them, and now they're part of my podcast. It's so easy and satisfying to start your day with AG1s. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of the vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your purchase at drinkag1.com/OLLC. That's drinkag1.com/OLLC. It's never been a better time to focus on your health and wellness and get back on track, man. Take control of your daily health. Health is wealth.